to all the African queens out there, especially in Birmingham. Enough African queens there. I realize that most of them come from Jamaica or have Jamaican parents. I only just left Jamaica and just stay up here. So. And the sister, what's the sister name again? Ancovia tell me how beautiful the weather was yesterday. I be come outside and I say, what kind of beautiful weather she talk about? You know what I mean? When we are talking about beautiful weather, we are talking about 96 degrees in the shade. And that we are talking about, you know, when we say beautiful weather, we said 96 degrees in the shade. But she are talking about a different vibe, that's now. Anyway, it's nice still compared to certain times when we come up here, because a whole time we come up here, we can't even see the sky. And it come like people in England are used to sky and that, so. We want to tell the people in England that the sky is blue. The sky is blue, and what you usually see here is fogs and clouds, not really the sky in its entirety. Anyway, we know so we're going to take a call them and thing, but you see, through there in England, we have to talk about certain things. Since we come up here, we are look on the TV. Why the TV in England boring to you know? No, because you know, we're third world country. And when I turn on my TV, we have 100 different channels to choose from. When I in that hotel room and I turn on my TV, it's about 6 channels. And all of them is talking BBC News. We don't work with BBC News all the while. We want to see some different music. We want to see some different... Yeah, we want to see some different way of explaining what is happening in the world. But very interestingly, we come up here and we say that they are now proving scientifically that additives in food, especially children, what them call fast foods and them little spicy foods and this thing, is really causing a psychological effect on young people. Now, this is something what we say in Jamaica all the while, you know, say, there's no really hard and fast explanation for why the youth them get so wicked. And where we realize now, it's not only social conditioning based upon what we call now genetic memory. Because people love to talk about the good old days. If the good old days is so good, all the people them so bad nowadays. So there's something intrinsically wrong with what is taking place now. There's something that is taking place now to the young people them that never take place when we was children. And what we see happening now, that there is a total disregard for how people eat. Because the fast food restaurant them perpetuated by American imperialism and American cultural imperialism really take over the whole world. And there's no hard and fast rule, even though them claim that the rule them is in them books. But there's no hard and fast rule that govern what is in and what is out of food. Because nowadays we see say, bird have flu and cow are mad. So we don't understand how cow get mad and bird have flu. It's a total different perspective we are living at. So here we are saying now, the people them in England, we are watching TV and we say, them now is declaring that there's something in the additives that is in all of these products that is causing an imbalance in the youth them brains. This is what now these people is saying. And since I've been up here, it's amazing. I see my cousin with a box that day, you know, and it really strike eye, and I have to talk about it. In cigarette box, on the front of the box, it says smoking kills. No, me understand say most people can't, it's either them can't read or them just downright stupid. How can a man make a thing, a product, and him put on the front of the product, say the thing will kill you, and you still go in at the shop, go buy the thing will kill you, Rasta? So when you're sick now, who you gonna go to? The doctor? How can a man, how can people be so dumb and stupid that a man tell you say this thing going to kill you, and you actually go into the store, buy the product that him tell you say going to kill you? They suppose you did have that same sign in your car. You know, say you wouldn't smoke in your car. If the sign did say smoking in your car cause it not to drive, you wouldn't drive. So that is something where I say in Anya store. I don't really see it. Well, I don't ever look past cigarette box in Jamaica, but it's just because the thing was so bold in front of me why I really bring it up, that people who have to wake up to that reality. The reality is that the man who make the product knows say it's going to kill you, tell you say it's going to kill you. What kind of logics, what kind of sensibility is that telling you say I go and still smoke this thing if you do it, go and kill me. No, man, killing must be accident. Killing can't be suicidal. You don't see it. And when me I see now is that the system have upon a suicide mission. We do have to tie no bomb and way for blow up yourself. Because at least when the man them tie the bomb and them for blow up themselves, them might use it as a mission. Right now, them have you worse than the guys them who tie bomb on themselves. Them have a smoke something and a eat something. But them tell you, say I go kill you. I will still do it. It's a madness. It's a direct madness. And we have to wake up to those reality. The reality that tell us, say, boy, right now, me done gone bad already. We gone bad a morning, can't go good a evening. And that is really what them sell with, you know. Them sell with this idea about gone bad a morning, can't go good a evening. So if the thing gone bad already and it can't go good again, therefore, the youth them right now live out a life where them can't change and them have no responsibility for. So how we are going to change our society, change our system? Since we come here, them a tell we say, upon the news say, more 10 years. I mean, think that these things don't happen in a third world country. We never know say them things happen in England too. Since me come here, so them tell me say, pan them television say, more 10-year-old and 11-year-old have gone now than ever before. One of the things I mean, now watch the news. We are watching news. We are watching news. More 10-year-old and 11-year-old have gone in England, Rasta, and a kill off one another. And I can't be just say black people too, you know. Most of it are black people, you know, because the thing where I have problem where I have with this thing is that white people love drugs and and black people love gun. You understand? It's a weird little thing. It's a phenomenon, you know. We love walk with gun, and white people love walk with drugs. But anytime them old black people, they look for drugs. Them no find no gun. But anytime white people fire gun, it's legal because them go to Iraq go fire it. You understand? So when white people have gun, them know where to go shoot the gun. Them go to places that is not them, like Iraq and Vietnam and Kosovo and all these places. White people go to those places, go fire gun. Them don't fire gun in London more than so. Unless them wife behave bad. they shoot their wife. But black people though, black people have gun. And them don't go to Kosovo, them don't go to Vietnam, them don't go to Iraq go fire the gun. Them stay in them own community and kill them own friend. So them friend become them enemy. And I never know so that was a problem in England. That 10-year-old, at least we only have 15-year-old. We have 15-year-old that carry gun in Jamaica. But we don't remember having no 10-year-old. I wonder which part we get it from. I wonder if some Jamaican come up here with these things. Because we don't ramp, you know. Anytime we go to some place, everything change, you know. Things change when Jamaica step in, you know. And we can see that too. We can see that anytime we walk up and down on the street in England, I saw some, I know a brethren where, I know say a Barbados him come from, you know. And him talk to me like him a Jamaica. I said, but I don't know you're from Barbados. Where you go like you're Jamaican for? And you know, say a criminal. Only if I never criminal, I never pose as Jamaican, you know. Yeah. We want to tell all the people them in England who's posing as Jamaican and giving Jamaican people a bad name to stop it. We're bad, but we're not so terrible, Rasta. And everything gone bad can't just be Jamaican people in England. We don't blame me too much for things, you know. If I can't look like a man over there and say, yeah, man, the Jamaican drive bad, you know. Them not have good road at Jamaica. Lie, I'm not telling you, we have some sweet, we have all highway at Jamaica, though. You think we are joke? Yeah, man. Our road is so narrow. A pure narrow road out there, so. And a two-way road out there, so with car park on two sides of the road. A madness. Anyway, we're there upon New Style Radio, 98.7 FM. Yes. I will say we're going to take some call. But I'd say we just observe. Since we're there, so we just observe. And you know, say, by next week, we're going to Ethiopia. We're bound for Ethiopia because, you know, it's a new millennium in Ethiopia. The year 2000 is coming to a close, and 11th of September, we call it Maskaram. The ironical thing about it is that a whole people talk about Ethiopian calendar. Ethiopian calendar still Roman calendar. A Julius Caesar calendar them use, just like how we use the Gregorian calendar. So it really not make no difference in the logics, but we know say it's 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar, and one of them is lunar, one of them is solar. So we're going to go to Ethiopia to take part in that glorious moment in Ethiopia. You understand? Because we never really celebrate when them say the 2000 years, the new millennium in the West. We never celebrate it because we think that the world is going to end. From me, I pick them tell me say the world are going to end. These Jesus freaks in a Jamaica tell me say the world are going to end. And now 7 years within the new millennium, and we don't see no world are end. So I don't know what kind of plan them have. Because meanwhile the people them tell me say the world are going to end. Them have take out insurance and them have build up high-rise building and all these things. So we don't believe in a world with end. World without end. Man can't destroy the earth. Man will destroy man's ability to exist on the earth. So all these, what them call environmentalists, what talk about, oh, the world, the earth is going to destroy, man is going to destroy the earth. Lie, that is ego. Man can't destroy the earth. Man will make it miserable for man to live on the planet. So, we want to protect the environment. Get rid of the plastic bag them. Don't use no plastic bag in your store them. Use the paper bag because we can't recycle the plastic them. It's terrible. I see someone I eat what them call vegetarian food in a some styrofoam box. Contradictions like worries. the man have vegetarians styrofoam. It don't make no sense. Even me get caught with it too. We can't help it because sometimes somebody brings some food, come give me that styrofoam back. But I'm going to stop taking it on. I'm going to stop take those boxes with styrofoam that cannot be recycled. And I want to tell you too, people who eat meat, we are talking about like these cow people. Did you know that cow dung is part of the environmental pollution in earth? Yes, because it emits a certain gas, toxic gas out of these cow dung that go into the atmosphere and cause a whole heap of disturbance. Yes. So we call up on all the people them who love to eat dead animals and who claim that they love the environment. Dead animals is not a very good thing to perpetuate life on planet Earth. Life is life and death is death. And if you perpetuate death, you're going to get death. And sometimes I wonder how the youth them so wicked and cruel because them grew up in a system where perpetuate death. And the people don't want to understand how these rational fit into reality. How these arguments and logics fit into reality because them sell with so much madness that it's very difficult to decipher and figure out exactly what is what and what is not. So we come to Birmingham. This is the second time we come to Birmingham. One time I come to Birmingham to do a poetry reading and about 2 people didn't have the audience. That's a serious thing. About 2 people that the audience. I don't know why the man bring me clear why I have to do this poetry reading. But we was in London and we just make we come here. But this time around, I must say I kind of feel like I prefer Birmingham than London. Yes, I feel it kind of more lively to me. Yeah, it kind of lively. I mean, like the people them in Birmingham. It's a new kind, it's a different kind of generation. We want to yell up my brethren them, Steel Pulse. Yes, brethren where first time we go to Africa, me and them brethren they go. This is the Cutting Edge all the way from New Style Radio 98.7 FM. You know, say, we love observe things and we come in at these places and we observe enough things. You know, like when black people reach a stage where them say them is British. I mean, not wrong with it because people say them are Jamaican still, but you have some black people where when them say them is British, they mean Queen Elizabeth British. Them don't mean come up on banana boat British. You understand? But you know, people stop coming on banana boat now. British Airways and the Jamaica carry them come here and American Airways. You see it, but the identity, a very important thing, you know, because you can be British, African in Britain, just like how we declare African in Jamaica. And some people mix up nationality with race. And you know, we can't change race. We can change nationality because we can go another country and become something in other country. And just like how Jamaican people, you tell them to them African, say, oh, me I'm not African, me never born in Africa. Me a Jamaican. And them feel good for tell you so them all are West Indian. That's why I don't like cricket, you know. Because when the West Indian play the East Indian, I don't know who to cheer for. Because I am not none of them. And this was a mistake by Columbus when him go on pan them place until they say, boy, right now, him discover a new world. After them, they believe that the world is flat and square. That people still talk about 4 corners of the world. And the world now have no corner. But Columbus made a mistake there and colonized the whole world, Europeanized the whole world, white supremacists the whole world. And it reached a stage now where we start to understand things different now and clearer. But we still maintain certain of those colonial legacy in our consciousness. That even when we are said Jamaican and we are said British, I get the feeling so when a man say British, him not really want to tell you about nothing about Africa, you know, because I still have this stigma about Africa. You know, bang belly picking and flying and no mouth and all these things like BBC and CNN where them show you, you know, dirt road and white people in a khaki clothes with some big bowler hat and everything. They like a Tarzan movie still. And we know so we're gone clear and far from that now. We reach a stage of science and technology, development, enough development are going on in Africa. All the people do understand that. That Africa then is not like Africa now. And the people, their mindset still in the then and not in the now. So we are asking people them now to awaken to this reality that even though you're in England, you know, this country is a white man country. And we are say land is the basis of power. If you don't have any land, you don't have any power. And Africa is the only place that black people, whether you come from England, Jamaica, or wherever you come from, Africa is the only place in the world that black people can stand up anywhere in the world and say, me's a African. Africa a female one. And don't feel like say they must say something wrong. Because I couldn't go stand up and tell people, say, boy, China my land, you know. No, I couldn't go say that. Man laugh after you. Even the same black people laugh after you. And we not really own England. When we say own England, we mean like own England. You know, America knows the majority of people in America is not white people again. You see, it is Hispanics and blacks. So blacks and Hispanics make up the majority of the population in America. We can't say that about England. England is still white. You want to know why it is? Wait till Christmas. When you walk out of your house to right, and look at the snow, man, you dream, you don't go dream, you have all nightmare of white Christmas out there. So, with the England one time when snow there's somebody, we tell you, man, somehow the snow look white in England and in the Wales, we see it, man. So we are telling black people, say no. Yeah, we understand the legacy, we understand that you have a whole heap of black people, even though them have, you know, them family come from the Caribbean and everything, but that is not the important aspect of the thing. The important aspect of the thing is that we is African no matter where we go. Because we can't change British, we can't change Jamaican, we can't change all sort of things. But you see, we can't change that African heritage, that genes, that DNA, that connect to that continent. Because Africa is not a country, it's a continent. And we have to recognize it as a continent. And if a people is domiciled and these farmer slave plantation places colonized and neo-colonialized by a system that is not conducive to our form of understanding and logic, we need to get into a headspace and recognize how important it is for our people to identify with a landmass. Because black people seem to be the only set of people who is scared to identify with a landmass. Everybody else identify with a landmass. We are trying to identify with other people place. Britain is an island. Jamaica is an island. How can you give up a continent for an island? And that is what really most people seem to be doing now. Losing themselves in the euphoria of, you know, Iraq and I don't know why I say certain things. We don't know how far we can go for this radio station. This is New Style Radio, 98.7 FM. We want to tell you the station number them again, 0121 678 6666, too much 6, but that's where it go. 0121 678 6022. You can text us at 07624 809 887. And we're going to connect all the way to IRFM. So, we're there with you, as we say. And it's very important that we recognize how important this link up is too. Because we go in the studios many times and people bandolo cutting edge many times, but this is the ultimate bandolo, you know. This is the ultimate bandolo, you know. I can't remember the sister name, you know. Ancovia make the biggest school in cutting edge history, you know. She do the biggest bandolo in cutting edge history by getting Mutabaruka to come inside and so come bandolo him own program. Yeah. We have bandolo own program for another radio station. Yeah, this is Birmingham, you know. Believe it or not, you know, they are Birmingham. So all the people in London who are listening to it right now, because we know say a whole lot of people are going to listen to it now. We know some are jealous. Because pure thief in London, them thief in cutting edge like worries. Every pirate station in London carry cutting edge at some stage or another, you know. But yes, you know, we no business with that still, you know. We feel good about it. If you know, say the message go clear out there so still. But this new style radio so actually bring way in the studio to do this program here and give it this the ample time for do it to almost the same time. Yeah, almost the same time we use at Jamaica. Yeah, I think cutting edge 4 hours in Jamaica. The sister give away mostly 3 hours. At 3 hours she give away? She give away 3 hours. And in between it we have all news and all everything there. The only thing different between the one you know and the next one is that when you're there at IRFM, advertisement like trouble. I don't know them people that make money. Because up to now we don't hear the advertisement. I was there 45 minutes already. Eh? Or every hour. You can't talk, you know. Some guy like you're dumb man, one. Me have permission you for talk, you know. Nobody go like you're dumb, man.
Nice one. Every half an hour.
You want to see the man in the studio? Like the man dumb. Talk, man. What you say? What you say?
Yeah, every half an hour.
Every half hour?
Yeah, on the hour.
You don't make no money.
Yes,
man.
No,
man, you don't make no money. You see IRFM, every 15 minutes, you have 15 minutes for the advertisement. You can't even talk properly for IRFM, you know. I come here to work, you know. I come here to work that we can talk longer. Because even though the program are 4 hours, don't I read it, you know. But I tell you, say, 1 hour out of the advertisement, you know, so it come back to the 3. But you say, so what, every hour you have news?
Yeah.
There are so much things that go on in England for have so much news.
I tell you.
Every hour we have news. We have news every 12 hours. We have news every 12 hours.
Up to the time.
When we there Irie, because I tell you something, when we there Irie, we have the news 10 o'clock. We don't have no more news till the next morning.
Jeez.
I kid you not. But we have enough advertisement.
Okay.
So look like we don't have enough news, but we are making enough money.
Okay.
That means still, you know, because I don't want a toilet paper IRFM, you know. So be careful with a toilet paper, you understand? So, but it come like, the daughter look like she do some nice work, though.
Listen, it's not that bad as IRFM Muta.
Well, no, me never say IRFM bad. Me I say,
no, you know what I mean.
No, me I say
Yeah.
that the advertisement them for Iric
No, it's
liquid
true.
every 15
Yeah, it's
minutes.
true.
I mean, no, so don't get
Yeah,
an
man.
ad up here within a year, you know.
Yeah,
because
man,
when you
it
drop
does.
asleep.
Yeah, for real. Especially when you got to listen back to the shows on the internet.
Yeah.
It's like adverts.
But I mean,
Yeah,
the
but
sister here with Andrea Williams, them come in a cutting edge one night, you know, don't it?
Yes,
You
man.
come in IRFM.
Yeah. I was working with IRFM with Andrea.
I know you create this school, you know.
Yeah, man.
You bring Mutabaruka in Birmingham, you know, for company on the radio station.
And what can I say? Thank you ever so much.
Right,
Thank
sweet.
you.
It's sweet,
Yeah,
but
man.
still, it's
Yeah,
sweet,
man.
babe, because I mean, I have my cousin outside it too, you know, but me not make him talk it, you know, because he have to promise me, say, I'm going to do a jingle for me before me make him talk, because everybody in Jamaica know that voice. I want the biggest voice for our culture, you know. I want you to know that, you know, this voice, I make them hear the voice what we are talking about. Come here, so Larry, make them hear the voice, you know, because our voice is like the sound of many waters, man. If God did have a voice, and your voice into the tongue, yes. So much you are ventriloquist for God. Larry, how you do, man?
Mutabaruka.
No, we are tell you, man. No, we are tell you, man. No, that voice there. Hey, you know, so Mr. Young one that voice there. Mr. Young one that voice there, no. But me don't know if you're too British, we put him for IRFM, because IRFM are Raja or something, you know. But no, talk on the radio, man. Good morning, sir.
Mutabaruka, New Style Radio, Birmingham, 98.7 on the FM.
Why when somebody over the wall, you know, why say that Jamaica, now them supposed to just flip out. Him don't look like him talk here, man. Him don't look like him talk. Just wait.
You can take the man out of the country, you can't take the country out of the man.
That's what I always say, until you go out the yard. This is the Cutting Edge, right here in New Style Radio 98.7 FM, all the way to RFM in Jamaica. Cutting Edge. Well, in your own place, you know, you can't complain at all.
No, we're not going to complain still, you know, give thanks, and you don't know still, man, listen to the program them when Monday in London still, but you don't know, maybe just keep it brief still, you see me?
Yeah, all right.
Because here we go on now still. Being an African who was taken to the West Indies, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a 10 Excelsior for 5 years, see?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we come to England now, and it's like we start heights up certain black books, where they in the black book store them, and it's like, from them time the man start realize, say, boy, I hear me something that goes seriously wrong around here, saying, you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, them not teach you nothing about our things, all these years where I go school for and all these sort of things. So, I just one message I have for I people, them motor. I have to make with people, them know, say, reading people is a rising people, you get me?
That's what I say.
Definitely. What people them need to start read some more. Because like what you're saying, may I listen to you from earlier on, we not associate ourselves with no landmass.
No, we feel say anywhere we're there our own, and we don't have control where we're there. Not even our own house for control.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real, man. I man give thanks for the strength, you know, and I want to tell you, say, true, I man start heights up certain book now still. It moved me onto a different stage right about now.
All right.
Just take it up on myself, because here where I man do, I distribute books and them sort of things then in the community, try and stir some form of weakness in our people, you know?
Well, it's all about the education, because you know, so them indoctrinate with over 500 years. You know, and a whole heap of way seem to lack the ability to inform ourselves. But I will probably say we're inspired, but we're not informed. And the only way you can be inspired, really, truly, is to be informed.
Definitely.
And one of the ways to be informed is through reading. And sometimes even going on the internet here right now, because the internet provides you with so much information that's unbelievable, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, brethren.
Give thanks. See you, motor.
Yeah, man. Irie.
Blessed.
Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge. We're there with you. New Style Radio, 98.7 FM, all the way to Jamaica, RFM. Yes.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings, Mama.
Yeah, I'm Sister Binta, and welcome to England in the Akan language. It's Akwaba.
Akwaba, mean
Akwaba.
welcome. Yeah, man, give thanks.
Welcome, give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you for a long time, about 10 years, Moot.
Yeah, wait for me.
Well, no, not that
You're
way.
outside, you're downstairs. You're downstairs. Tell me if you're waiting for me downstairs, you know.
Don't tell everybody, Moot.
Yeah, no,
anyway, it's a question. The question is, I know that you've done a lot of things and you've been inspirational to us, and you know you've travelled and you've shared your knowledge and your experiences, and as Tanya Stevens says, experiences teaches wisdom.
Yeah.
I've heard you say that before. Okay, so question, do you consider yourself to be a god in the divinity sense? If so, can you explain to us what this means in order to educate and to inspire us?
Well, if I consider myself a god?
To God with a small g, not a big G.
What was the difference between the small G and the big G?
Well, I'm not talking about God the Almighty, the source. I'm talking about...
No, well, listen, no, we never... I'm Mutabaruka, you know, we never consider ourselves more time. Because if we start consider ourselves, it kind of turn into ego and all these things. So when we do the things what we do, we make the people them decide and judge, you know. So we don't really consider. Because, you know, if we sit down and consider myself, I know me, I'll get mad. Because that's where it reach now. People who sit down and consider themselves. You know, some more time we have to consider others. So I don't really put myself in at the level of sitting down and putting myself in categories and brackets. Me's a Rasta man come from Jamaica who find himself in a certain position, and we use the position for advance, uplift, and move black people. You know, so it's really this over there. We don't really sit down and consider ourselves.
Okay, so don't you think that on earth we can have that spirit you know, that has been given to us by, first and foremost, the source, the creator, whatever name we know the creator by,
Of
so
course.
that we can do certain works on this earth, and that is
Yeah,
where
man.
I'm coming from.
Well, it's do we have to do the work, but we know if we really define ourselves in the categories that you start about now, I don't really see it. I don't really think about that. You know, we just keep doing the work and just hope say it awaken the conscience and the consciousness of the people. That when we speak, whatsoever we do, when you see we, when you hear we, you know, when you touch we, you just get that vibration. Because it's all about Africa. It's all about the retaining and the development and the maintaining of our African past, heritage, and future. You know, so it's just this over there.
Okay, give thanks for the response.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man.
All right, give thanks.
Yeah. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Yes.
Hello, sorry, my name's Malcolm B. I'm not going to try and talk Creole like yourself because I'm from St. Lucia, Barbados. But what I've got to say is I've never heard you before, and I'm taking thanks and praise on what you're saying. It's absolutely amazing. It really is good. And the point I can relate to is when you said people can't. How can you not relate to a continent like Africa?
Yes.
As British, which was a very good point.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, what you must understand with British people is if you haven't had a lot of phone calls at the beginning, like in the Caribbean, when I was in the Caribbean, you get up at 7 o'clock. In England, we get up at 11 o'clock.
Well, you don't even know if it's 11 or 7 in England, because you can't see the sky. You can't see the sky, so you don't know what time you're there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when I got up in the Caribbean, all I could see was pure sea and water. And
right.
and it's sunny, and it makes you happy, and you get up early.
That means you sleep on the beach and have no house.
Well, no, I was in a hotel.
Okay, all right.
But what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
normally in
understand.
England, we get up and it's a grey sky.
Yeah.
So you're all just sad, mundane. But
Yeah, it does keep you down.
I'm taking, put like this, right? I'm
Yeah.
just saying to you, I hope this is a link of many, because it's what you're saying is very inspirational, and I'm enjoying it.
I with no disrespect, you know, I find the most Jamaican people, them seem to be all right in England, you know, until they reach a Jamaica. They have this little schizophrenic kind of Bellevue-ish kind of, you know, kind of behavior. I don't know if it's the water up here, but it's I because them not see the sky. I don't have to hold them neck too high to see the top of the building. But we don't know when Jamaican people come back to Jamaica, you know, especially those who come back on spend holiday and everything there, it's like they have a total different behavior from the normal Jamaican. And when you see them up here, them is quite okay. You know, some don't know if it's a conditioning.
Yeah, but can I say something? I mean, like, for instance, like, for me going to the Caribbean, when people look at you, the first thing they do is they look at you and say, what country you're from?
Yes.
Okay, so that could be the conscious that even though if somebody goes back as a Jamaican, they probably look at them to say they're a tourist. And it's conscious. So, like, for instance, like, for me going back to the Caribbean, even though my heritage is like St. Lucia and Barbados, people still looking at me to say where you're from. But when I'm in England, okay, relating back to England, when I'm in England, people relate to me, so where am I from?
Yeah, well, you know why that is?
Why is that?
Because black people relate to Africa, you know. So anywhere you're going in the world, you're really African, you know. So they have to ask this thing, you know, what your nationality is. And that is what a whole heap of Caribbean people don't understand. That if you're German as a black person, they don't see you as Jamaican, as Bajan, as St. Lucian, you know. It's really African. But when now them want to know, find out exactly where you come from, national-wise, them ask you where you come from. So we have to really maintain and understand, say, if a cow born in a pig pen, that don't make him a pig, you know.
True.
So we don't want black people feel say true them in a pig pen right now. Them is still not, them is a cow. Cow is a cow is a cow. Them say moo all the while. So the relationship that we have with Africa is indelible. The relationship that we have with the Caribbean, because all of us was taken to the Caribbean, not by free will, but by force. And most of our grandparents come here up on banana boat because them feel say things would have it better when them come to England. You understand? So we need to express the importance and relevance of being African.
So you're saying to me that when someone says to me, where you from, I should say I'm from Africa.
No, you're not saying he's from Africa. You say he's African. Because you know come from Africa, but you don't have to come from Africa to be an African.
But can you understand? It's like, for me, right, as I said already, I'm not just reiterating the point, just repeating myself. But it was quite strange because, like, when I was in the Caribbean, they were saying to me, where you're from. When I'm in England, because I'm black, I'm naturally from Jamaican descendants. So it's like, for instance, like, for me, it's like, where am I from?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what part of the world I go from, even though I was born in England, but I look
Where
at
you
myself.
from?
Pardon?
No, even though you're born in England, I'm asking where you're from.
Where you from?
Yeah, so you see the complication that black people have. Black
So
people
can you
have the...
understand, like, when certain black people have a mixed message of the way they are, it's because, like, doesn't matter what part of the world you're from, it's where you're from.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say now. Well, the reason for that, what I say, is that there's a thing that is indelibly in us that's saying that where we're from and we can't identify with Africa. Because all black people who are here, so who come from the Caribbean, if somebody asks you where you're from, you're going to say Jamaica. Where you're from, you're going to say St. Lucia. But in terms of your relationship with Africa, it get negated. Because when a man say where you're from, it's different from say who you is. You see, so me I say no, it's more important for me say, me is an African who come from, depending on which of the little island they will come from, Jamaica, Trinidad, etc. Where you from? Me say me is an African coming from. Because you don't have to go to Africa to be an African.
That's right.
You see? Just like what Chinaman have him China shop. Him not have to go to China to be a Chinaman, you know. Him is a Chinaman, whether or not him know China or not.
I think for me, I think it's the point of going back to the Caribbean, going around like when I went around the different islands, people were so proud of where they were from.
Yes.
There's just like, there's a sense of, like for instance in St. Lucia, there's a sense of the relation.
Jamaica.
They're proud of where they're from.
Yeah, man. I mean, some little idiot people at Jamaica now I tell people about, you know, I am ashamed to tell people that I'm a Jamaican. I'm mad, them are mad. I'm mad, because white people me talk about them at Jamaica.
Yeah, but it's funny though, because on that point, when like if an English person says to me, where's your parents from? And I say, well, my parents are from St. Lucia. And I said, what part of Jamaica is that? I say, excuse me. I turn around and I say to them,
and you feel funny, don't you? Don't you feel funny?
Of course I do.
Yeah, true.
But the thing is, I turn around and I say to them, hold on a minute. What part of Scotland are you from? We're not from Scotland, from England. So to read your world atlas. If you can't be bothered to read to find out where people are from.
Are you know the weirdest thing? Most English people can't even find Jamaica on the map, you know. Just like how President Bush couldn't find Iraq.
I think, right, personally, I think people are scared in a sense of like, because Jamaica's done a lot for the world.
Yes,
I mean, like, for instance, that small thing which is reggae music, there's a lot more, but that small thing, reggae music, people
big
have done
music from a little island.
Yeah. So what I'm saying
Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
Bob Marley, Rastafari.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I think, personally, I might be wrong, but I mean, somebody might make a point about it, but I think it's a way of keeping a country down.
Yeah.
Okay, like for instance, when I relate it back to St. Lucia, because my heritage is St. Lucia, when I went back there 7 years ago, they were crying because like they wouldn't take the banana because the banana was too small, like the Commonwealth.
And you know the weirdest thing? Them know why I eat it. Jamaican people plant carrot and sell the carrot and buy carrot juice in a tin. That kind of madness. It's a schizophrenia business, you know. We plant carrot. We don't make carrot juice because we don't want our fingernail get scrubbed. We have blender. Put the carrot in the blender or put it to a juicer. You understand? Don't go and buy this tin carrot with all these things rubbing off. You ever open a tin yet? You know how much of the tin go in at the juice before you drink it? It's a serious thing. Anyway, give thanks, brethren.
Give thanks, and I hope this link is a continuous link because it's brilliant.
Yeah, well, we hope so too.
And it's Malcolm B, yeah?
Yeah, Harry.
Peace.
Yeah, man. This is the Cutting Edge. We're there with you.
Yes, greetings, Motor.
Blessing, my lad.
Yeah, Father Tingaling from Akal, you know.
How you do, man?
Yeah, bless up.
Tingaling, school bell a ring.
Sure, it's all about education, you see.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm glad to the man there, you see. And I'm know enough of the sort of them out there listening to the show there right now.
All right, yes, man.
What we want to ask you is your views here on Leonard P. Owell.
Oh, I mean, Leonard P. Owell, another man with cars with us say what we say, so no Rastafari and all this. We have to raise up Leonard Owell as one of the gods, as the sister said about gods. And him now we are declared as one of the gods, you know. Leonard Owell declared that white supremacy have to go down and Emperor Haile Selassie is the redeemer.
It's how come the artists them in Jamaica they not sing and not express the man himself. You see what I say?
Well, you know, you can't. You say outcome, you know, because you know how the stuff you sing about it neither. So it's not like an outcome thing. Man sing when he want to sing and say when he want to sing. Because you have man have him way for sing and what he must sing. So if him don't know about the thing, him don't sing about it. But it's not a criteria to sing. If you want to sing about Leonard Owell, you sing about Leonard Owell. If you don't know about Leonard Owell, you don't sing about it. Because I know things, me never write about Leonard Owell yet. I mean, I write for much years. So it's not a, you know, you're not a condemnation because a man sing about Leonard O'Will. But we know of Leonard O'Will, we uphold Leonard O'Will, you know.
Yeah, because we need to find out more information about Leonard O'Will.
Well, you have a French woman who write a book about Leonard O'Will, you know. You have to find it now, since you talk about reading.
Well, I already have one of the book there.
Then if you read it,
I
man.
read the book there, but I say...
It's a good book.
It's only about one of them. There's not many books for Leonard people.
No, but you don't need many books to find out about one man. Look how you have one book, Jesus in you know. The whole world get confused with it. So we don't want enough book to confuse the people about Leonard O'Will. You understand? Just find a book and just read the book and then see how it can link up with the historical references. That's just so it go. Yeah, you understand?
The views between Marcus Garvey and Leonard P. O'Will, how that go now?
Which Marcus Garvey and Leonard O'Will? No, man, you have views between Marcus Garvey and Haile Selassie. We don't know about the views. Leonard O'Will did in a Marcus Garvey organization, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, so when Marcus Garvey declare, say, black people must worship God through them own spectacle, through the eyes of Ethiopia, it's that call Leonard O'Will respond to. So when in the 1930, Haile Selassie was crowned now, Leonard O'Will declare, says, see, we Redeemer, yeah, so him never really say it's Jesus Christ, you know. He must say it's Redeemer.
Word.
Redeemer, not necessarily Jesus Christ. It's Christian people in the mindset now declare Jesus Christ, Haile Selassie as Jesus Christ, but as a Redeemer, as a redemptive force for black people. This is where Leonard O'Will did a declare. So we still declare it because after so much years, Rastafari has continued through the cultural expression and has manifested itself all over the world now that even the oppressor call himself Rasta too.
Yeah. So in Jamaica, them not have a Leonard O'Will apart from Pinnacle.
No, man, we Rastafari always maintain Leonard O'Will, you know. We no business with them have all Queen Elizabeth Day. We not work with Queen Elizabeth Day. Them have all Christmas and Easter. But we as Rasta, we have the 23rd of July. Haile Selassie Earth Day. We have the 17th of August, Marcus Garvey Earth Day. You know, see, we celebrate what we want to celebrate. We don't want people come tell we know that through them not have it, we're going to get complaint. We're not complaining with them, you know, see, because right now we are complaining about Christmas for much years now, and them still tell the people them the lie. Say they have a man named Jesus who born on the 25th of December. And the 26th of December me born and nobody now celebrate my birthday.
Nobody now celebrate it. So Muta, give me some vibes from Pinnacle now. What going on at Pinnacle?
Well, Pinnacle now is really a settlement for those people. You understand? It's an area out, like when you go Spanish Town, I don't know how much people, it don't really, all right, when you go to Spanish Town, you turn right before you reach at the hospital.
Sure.
You go up on top of that hill there, you go way up in that hill there, you see what was known as Pinnacle. But you know, so the Prime Minister at the time, when Leonard O'Will did up there and farm him commune, they go lick down the place. And everybody did have to disperse, and some man end up at Bakawal, we know them called Tivoli Gardens. You understand? From Bakawal to Tivoli Gardens. You know, see, it's a serious thing. But the Rasta no live up there as a community again. It's not a community place for Rasta, but Rasta still go up there and maintain, say this is where a lot of the history start of Rastafari. You understand?
And a Rasta school up there.
Well, school, I will church up there too. I don't go to school. It's a community of people, you know. It's not a community of Rasta. You understand? It's a community of Jamaican people up there.
Come with a program with Angela Williams.
She did have an In Search of series where she go find out about Bedouin, she go find out about Taki, she go find out about O'Will. All of these people who have significance and importance to black people, where we really get lost, we call the unsung heroes in Jamaica. She did have a program. Anyway, Bridget, we have a movie. Are you here, Bridget?
All right, go on, bless up here.
Yeah, man, every time. Yeah, this is the cutting edge. We're there with you. Birmingham. Yes, Bridget. Blessed, my lad.
Give thanks and praise Mutabaruka. That's bonito, you know.
All right. What you do, man?
Yes, King. I there give thanks to see it. Give thanks for the high presence in our place, you know.
Yeah.
And more love, more joy, you know. More life. See it.
So what the man I do up here?
Why?
The boy, you see the man call me boy. First thing the man says to call me boy. What kind of talk that? Where you say?
Well, King. All right, a correction, you know.
Yeah. Where you do up here? Tell me.
Why? The day I know, King, you don't know just the whole vibe.
Where's the juggling and thing?
You see it, and I try to make every cause we want to go home in the war.
You're not playing fair. You're not playing fair.
Well, right, I know it's stiff, you know.
What? The playing fair stiff or are you stiff? Which one?
Well, the whole playing fair is stiff, you know, because we find out about fixing for me, you know.
So how long you up here? How long you up here?
Why, John?
Oh, you love the boy, so man. Stop the boy thing, man.
We don't know.
Oh, you love the boy, so man. That's true. You up here? Why you say? No, tell me. How long you up here?
Well, about a decade, you know.
You up here? You serious?
Yeah, man.
How much youth you have up here?
Why, two, you know, so far.
You have 2 youth up here.
Yeah.
How much picnic? How much woman?
Why, you know?
No, just talk,
One
man. One woman you have with the 2 picnic them.
No.
Eh?
Yeah.
How much youth you have down at Jamaica?
One to you know.
You have 1 down at Jamaica and 2 up here.
Yeah, man.
So 1 to the 1 down at Jamaica now. Where happened for the 1 down at Jamaica?
Everything nice is I don't know the youth, you know.
The mother take care of it.
Yeah, for the
But
time
so you send money down there?
Yeah, you mean, man, have to, man. We have to look after them, you know.
But the money alone can't rise up picnic still, you know.
No, it can't work.
Yeah, you need some father vibes, you know, because whole heap we get grew up by our mother.
True.
And whole heap we get turned mother to. That's bad.
True.
So we need to have some father in the house too, for grow up the picnic them. You understand?
Definitely.
So the 2 up here know the 1 down there. The 2 up here know the 1 down there.
Yeah, man, I'm have to know them one another.
All right, just send out something to the 1 them down there, no?
Yeah, man, me I say bless up Najala, you know, you don't know when a Mandeville is straight.
Mandeville.
Yeah, man.
All right, brethren. Give thanks,
Yes,
here.
King, bless.
Yes. Cutting edge. Yes, cutting edge.
Greetings.
Greetings.
My elder brother Mutabaruka.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man. I just want to give thanks and praises for your presence with us and for sharing the knowledge that you continue to do the works, you know, in terms of upliftment and consciousness raising.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to stress the point that was raised earlier about identity and its importance to us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless we know and understand that we are African people first and foremost,
Yes.
then we become the objects for use and abuse by others.
Of course.
So all the ailments that we see in our community and all the problems that we see, we start with knowing ourselves,
Yeah.
and understanding where we come from and thus where we must go. The principle of Sankofa.
Yes.
Knowing
yes.
from where we come so we
from,
don't
yeah.
go in the wrong direction
Yes.
or repeat the same mistakes again.
Yes.
I just wanted to hail you up again.
Yeah, man.
And
Give thanks,
and praises for the contributions you're making, vital contributions to our community. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. I mean, even though it making at Jamaica, but the relevance of it go beyond the shores of Jamaica, even into England, right here, so. Because you have enough of we get complacent with the situation. And we complain about the situation. And we have a land where I cry out and I wait for it, people and the children them. And we refuse to accept it. It's a weird thing. This place is an island. Jamaica is an island. Trinidad is an island. How can you give up a continent?
Yes, Selassie.
Rastafari.
Highly. That's a year there, you know.
All right.
Welcome to the place and them thing them to the fullness.
You're the next decade, man.
No, not a decade, man. You don't know, and I just a Rasta, man.
No, I mean, long time when you're up here, we are talking about. Are you born up here?
No, yeah. And I just come through.
Oh, you just pass through?
Yeah, pass through.
Yeah, man. Give thanks to ear the eye, man.
Yes, I.
So which part of Jamaica the man come from?
Spanish tongue, you know.
They don't shout out nobody on Spanish tongue. They're going to listen to them, they're going to hear you, you know. Shout out somebody on Spanish tongue.
Yeah, man. I want to yell teacher Bubu and them thing there.
Mm-hmm.
A great man on them way there, you know. And yell Kremlin. Naya Bingi. You
right.
see it? And Rai and the whole of the Naya Bingi them.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, brethren.
Up on the Greendale corner there and thing. You see it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and you don't know Birmingham with them them thing there.
Yes.
We have something to talk about on them.
Burn the am.
Yeah.
Burn in am.
Alright, you see it. We
Yes.
burn all ham.
All ham.
All ham.
And
get
all
burned.
Japheth and all of them.
All of them get
All
burned.
Noah.
Burning God, we're burning all disillusion.
Oh gosh, man. We burn from burning till burning.
With just flames on fire.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, brethren. Sir.
Yeah,
How you do, man?
not too bad, sir.
Mm-hmm.
How things?
Why things looking nice? I see some nice ladies in the studio. The studio full of pure African sisters. Them look sweet as I sin. I tell you, I'm going to look at work for the station. Because when I don't get IRF, me one in the studio, I watch this brethren that Zoff. I find out Zoff a shade, but be there no more woman in that man.
Alright,
Yeah.
but hear this. You know, Bob Marley, this thing I think, say, have so many things to say.
Yes.
And the things to say, I say, you know.
Things
Yes,
him say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So, the things
So
that
much
happen now,
things.
man.
Yeah.
So much things to say.
And true, enough things we have to say, man.
Yeah, enough things you have to say, man.
We have to sit down here the whole day, man.
Yeah, so much things to say about it. But you know what?
Yeah.
It's a blessing to you know you come through. For years, you know, been why you come through as a promoter in Birmingham. I know you come through and...
We're going to the drum. We're going to the drum tomorrow night.
Yeah, man, me I come listen to you, man. Me I come listen to you, because me always listen to you. And,
right,
you know,
sir.
me see in the back there, we don't got Jamaica, New Kingston, and me I say, yeah, but you know, I see me around Cross Road. But, yeah, but here still, and, you know, go and spread the word, Muta. Me I listen to you.
All right, sir. Blessed man. Is his eye?
Blessed Muta.
Rastafari.
Long time, man. I'm glad to hear the man vibes call from in a yard. Them I listen to the man.
Yeah.
All the while, on the cutting edge and I tape the man. And now,
Yeah.
me there in England, I can't even get a cassette of the eye. You see me?
Well, you have to pay for your internet service and get it, man. It come on live every Wednesday, you know. IRFM.net.
And what? The internet?
Yeah, man. I think I was $7 US. So a little bit of money that up here. And I must
Yeah.
I must say £3 up here.
£3 that, man.
Hey, you know, it shocked me that when me come up here, Mrs. said the US dollar gone 2 for 1. I mean,
Yeah,
the pound at 2 for 1.
pound. Yeah, man.
Because the last time me come up here, it was like $1.50. So that means the dollar go down, you know.
Yeah.
Because in Canada, a 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
Yeah, 1 Canadian dollar equal 1 US dollar. Some don't know where I go. America, me I watch my TV, Rasta. America look like a third world country nowadays.
Yeah.
No flooding and bridge are broke down and, you know, homosexuality depend increase in the big, where them call it, the big corruption in the Congress and the White House, and people are resign left to right and left to forward. Everything get backwards.
Yes, that's why.
We don't work with the backwards thing, neither, you know.
No.
Yeah, you know, so.
Forward and front.
Yeah,
back thing.
yeah. So me don't know which way I go on, because when me come here, say the dollar is you have to give them $2 US. Forget a pound. Me I say the US dollar get a blue.
And that's why the world see someone that pay crisis and everything rise up.
That's why the crisis problem is a problem, because the crisis. I would not work with the crisis leader, you know.
Straight.
The crisis have with a problem.
Yeah, man. Glad to hear the man again. I call from left here a long time. Then I play still.
Eh?
Yeah.
How long you there now? Tell me.
7 years now.
7? No, man, you know they are long yet, man. That other man the same day 10 years. How much people you have since you come up here?
Two of them.
How much you have done at Jamaica?
None.
You
see, if me never come, I'm probably going to get all to you.
Why? What you mean if you never come?
I don't know. Me just say that.
You're impotent down at Jamaica. And the cold, you know. The cold climb. You can't go outside at night time, so you have to stay in the yard and do things.
Yeah.
All right, Bridget, give
yes,
thanks.
I respect.
Yeah, man, Irene.
Blessed love.
Yes, cutting edge. We're there with you. Yes.
Highly.
Yeah, man, blessed.
Yes, Muta. And I talked today a while ago, and I noticed I suddenly get cut off as soon as I start Flames Illusion. So I want to know
nobody, we don't be able to get paro, man. Not get paro, man.
Paro, I don't take drugs. I don't paro.
No, but when I said, not get
one reason to the people them about our black upliftment.
Yeah, but we not very
thing what we are talking about and them things that me hear they are talking about. Now uplift and I.
The things that me are talking about now uplift you.
No, right now, some subject come here, some people are calling about all the umbrella.
Yeah, but...
him lost himself and over 10 kids, him don't know him who. Nothing. I know who we are.
Yeah, but wait now, Bridget. Wait now, man.
Yes, fire.
I know everybody know themselves, so sometimes we talk to people who don't know themselves. You can't talk to everybody who know yourself. Then whether you say we are talking to ourselves.
Black man to know themselves.
Yeah, but you have only black people who don't know themselves.
So now I job that bingy.
Yeah, but that's why we said that's why we talk to them. You can't say we know to talk to them because they don't know themselves.
No, I never said that bingy.
All right, so what we are saying now? What we are saying?
Yes, I am. I say I want to know where the black people them deal with. If people them forget about Africa and the people them forget about the love between I and I where we used to share and them thing there. Mm-hmm. And if the whole heap of killing our continue, we are going to make a change and put this thing in a Rastafari and make we lead the way and show the people them because I and I alone can do it. You understand? I and I alone can do it for.
May I listen, you know, brethren?
See him, so me I say, Mutabaruka your name. And many decades we are listening you.
Yeah.
Many decades, from where Jamaica, we radio station, stuck on IRFM through the eye.
Yeah, give thanks.
Enough Rasta.
Yeah.
Whole heap of Naya and them thing there.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say, we are called upon Bubba, we are called upon 12 tribe, we are called upon the whole of the Rasta them with no love. Mm-hmm. And I head in a one direction, and I say, I could teach the youth them the right way, and help the youth them, the musician them, the radio station them to stop play certain music, and play the culture, make the people them hear them roots and them thing, and get used to it and stop play them under woman and a call woman, them black bitch and all kind of thing, them thing they fi stop. Yeah. And black people fi stop support them thing the fire. You don't understand me I say, Bingy?
No, me understand what you say, but you listen, and all the people are going to listen to you when you go to Jamaica, so you can't talk, you talk, man. We are getting a chance to talk, man.
I talk,
You say we cut you off a while ago.
I just show you see Muta is a fireman where I and I for years.
Yeah.
Enough time we sit down as we stand for discussion, and when Muta name come up, it's a big thing. Whole heap of respect.
All right, so give thanks.
Rasta there, I respect you.
So you have a whole heap of Rasta there, right? So where you there now?
A beer burners there. God will burn and burn illusion, and you hear me I tell you.
They wouldn't have to go come down there when we done here, man. Come go and burn God for you, man.
Just all right, 1 minute from which part you're there, man. 1 minute from where you're there in the fire.
They enough you come up here then, man.
No, man, we don't want just come down when you're done, man. You just come when you're done.
All right, brethren. All right, give thanks. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Blessed,
yeah. A soldier come here and you just walk down with him. Hear fire?
I'm afraid of the soldier thing, though, you know.
A warrior then, man.
That's worse than the soldier. Bring the soldier, don't bring the warrior. Bring the soldier. Bring the soldier, don't bring the warrior.
Revolutionary soldier, Buffalo soldier. Them Bob Marley not talk about them. You can't afraid of them.
But you see the Buffalo soldier now. The Buffalo soldiers sell out the Native American them, you know. Why you know that, you know, in history. So we can work with Rastafari. We can work with Rastafari. We can work with Rastafari.
King Selassie.
Rastafari. Give thanks, Bridget.
Yes, I hear all Rasta in Europe, England, all over the world, Jamaica, St. Kitts, Barbados, America, Rasta everywhere in Africa, Congo, the whole place.
Yeah, man, blessed, yeah?
From the burners.
Yes, Irie. Cutting edge.
Yeah, cutting edge.
Blessed man.
Yes, Mutabaruka.
They are live in a Birmingham, my man.
Yeah, man. Blessed love, my lad, you know?
Yeah, man, where they are.
Boy, me tell them both out Sister P down at Jamaica.
Yeah, no, that's go on down there.
Right, take over down there now, you know?
Yeah, that's go on down there, brethren.
Yeah, man.
I never down there when it go on, still at the day that the Birmingham, yeah.
Okay, then, okay, then.
I guess we are going to go see a new government. I don't know if the system change,
but don't hope the youth them are wise up and we know so no more politicians shooting and all them things.
No, well, you know, you see how it going at Jamaica, PNP and GLP have that luck, you know.
Okay.
So it's either we have to go know say the system is not the person.
Yeah.
And change the system. Because the person just follow what the system have. You understand? So we don't really work with the people them still. And the system have to change because this political party system in Jamaica is made up of gunmen and gun people who make the youth them kill them one another. And I go like say them not do it, but them do it.
Yeah.
Them not have to fire the shot themselves, you know.
If you head a stream dirty, whole river dirty.
Yeah, man. You know, you not have to give a man a gun to kill a man, you know.
Yeah.
But you make certain things inculcate in the man's mind and make the man do the thing. So when a man a wash the man and I go like it not dirty, you know. It well dirty. You understand? So we know that. Anyway, we hope say things look different, but if we not have no hope and salvation for things look not different.
Okay.
Because I just a change from a woman to a man. We don't
so
believe in that.
It will be better in the near future then?
Well,
because a lot of people say them now go back down there because of labor rights in the power, you know.
Well, you have other people say them now go back down there you say it weird? Because you have the other talk too.
True.
See people say, boy, I'm ready for go down there now to a labor right in the power.
True. That's true.
But we don't work with that because the preacher and the politician, you want to know the preacher and the politician now. The preacher and the politician promise people good living when them alive.
Yeah.
And the preacher promise them good living when them dead.
Yeah.
So we now work with preacher and our politician because the two of them are liars. I just so it go. Yes. So give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, man. Blessed love, my lad. Because cutting it and carry on with the good work.
Every time. We have some good news to the people in Birmingham, you know. The people them who control the station say them I give you 1 more hour extra. And when that hour they done, you're going to hear say, the other man I'm going to tell you, say, well, all right, okay, I do my program today, I bet Muta do it. Anyway, we have 1 hour more. So it's a 4-hour thing like cutting edge. Serious thing. Yes. Yeah, blessed.
Baruka.
Blessed man.
Right, Mr. Brown is here to talk to you, yeah?
Who's Mr. Brown?
Peter.
Eh?
Peter.
You see, turn on television and I can't see your face. You have to explain to me.
Right.
Yeah.
No, not a problem. Listen to me. We hear somebody phoning earlier, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Concerning born God.
Yeah.
Which one of the God that
any one of the God, about? I mean, which one? How much God them have? Any one of the God them you talk about?
That's what I'm trying to say. You see, you have the devil and you have the creator. Yeah? So which one of them you are born?
Which one you think me about?
No, that's what I'm asking.
We just born God. We don't know where you want to interpret it as. We just born it. We just born it.
Yeah.
We just are born it. So we don't know which one you want to interpret.
Which one you are born because many gods.
We born all of the gods them, man. All of the gods them we are born, man.
So what? So where you put the creator now?
Which creator?
The one that make all things.
Me don't know about the God we make all things. You know. We born all creator too.
What? You're not trouble, man. You're not problem.
Yeah, true. I listen to where I work with you right now still.
No, sir. Still has to dead long time, man.
Yeah, well, that's how it go. So where you say? That you call me for?
Yeah, that me call you about.
So wait now. So me ask you a question now.
You
me ask you a question. If I say Haile Selassie and you say him dead, what the difference that make to you and me now?
No, because when they say born God, because Jesus is dead. Jesus is alive and well.
Jesus not dead?
No, man.
Where Jesus there? Where Jesus there?
Jesus live in my heart.
Haile Selassie live in my heart. How that sound to you?
Well, that's something that your God that.
Oh, then me ask you how that. Me never say a God. Me say Haile Selassie live in my heart. How that sound to you?
Well, you have to know which God you believe in.
No, me not talk about no God. Me say Haile Selassie live in my heart. Just like how you say Jesus live in your heart.
Yeah.
And me, I'll tell you now, say Haile Selassie live in my heart. So me ask you how that sound.
Well, that's your decision at the end of the day.
All right, so well, I know nothing then. Yeah. So Jesus Christ are God.
Yeah, man.
Okay, all right.
Respect, man, yeah?
Yeah, blessed. Yeah. You see, we come clear up Birmingham, come get I don't know. We work with it. You see, the point with it about this God thing, is that God is a concept in a man's mind, And if you do a man try make it out there, when you really get the reason, just like the Virgin said, Jesus Christ in I'm heart. And so much things in your heart, you're supposed to have a heart attack. A blood a pump your heart, and man I say, Jesus in I'm heart. We don't know how man are going to live in your heart. Anyway, it's a metaphorical language that most people use to decide and define their God still, that their God is in their heart. We are declare, say, the God is a concept where man declare continuously. It is void of reality. And when I tell you about God is this and God is that, him know these things. It's a belief. It's a faith him have. And we say now, faith is really something where you don't question still. Because we don't question people's faith, But geographically, if a man tell me which part Jesus Christ there, we go up there, go deal with him and work with him still. But we don't work with the Jesus thing, We tell a man up front, in a Birmingham, in a Jamaica, we don't work with the Jesus thing. You understand? Because metaphorically, Jesus carry gum on slave ship. A slave ship named Jesus. The first slave ship will bring black people in the Caribbean named Jesus. Secondly, there was no Jesus who lived 2,000 years ago. Because this name, when man say the only name that man can receive is Jesus. This is like 500 years old. This name Jesus is only 500 years old, And we can show you how we come to that understanding. If you want to go through all of the whole process of the word and the etymological origin of the word and all these long words where we can use. Where I say these names and titles have no significance to I and I also right now. You see, because it just keep you in oppression and depression and just live in illusion and delusion. You see, so it goes.
So don't you where you come from?
Yes, blessed.
Blessed Muta.
Blessed man.
Brother Otep again. Give thanks again.
All right, how you do?
I don't know, I listen to the program still, and it's like me, a little brethren call a while ago, and I say about Jesus.
No, we couldn't work. No, we couldn't turn the program in that. We don't want to turn the program. We know what's happening, Every man will start calling me about Jesus. Jesus living in his heart. So if you want to know which part Jesus said, just find a brethren and go in his heart.
But we have to know, say, Muta, the same religion thing or the same thing with them use for enslave with spiritually.
They see the world is in turmoil now because of these religions.
I'm going to tell this brother I say, boy, hear me, if him still a listen. Get a pen and paper and get your dictionary. If you don't have the dictionary, get up on Google and search the meaning of this word. It is hegemony. Hedgmony.
Yes.
Look up hegemony and see what it means.
Yes.
And stop come tell me about this Jesus.
I just money with I just money. What that it mean? Jesus have money. It just work with money business.
Yes, Muta.
Yes, I do, man.
Give a sound to my people them again. We need to know, say, boy, hear me. Anywhere we're born, we're all African.
That the man saying that the music a while ago.
And Marcus Garvey tell we say we need to organize and centralize.
Haile Selassie said that.
All right, then.
Haile Selassie say organize and centralize. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
It come from one of our great prophet them.
Yes.
And we need to know, say, we have to look towards Africa.
Of course.
Look towards Africa. The man them will left Jamaica and come over here in England. Them don't realize, say, boy, hear me. is a road with upon, you know.
Yes.
We have to come to England because you can't get a direct flight from Jamaica for go Africa, you know.
But it come like says a dead end road when you reach us, so every man stop right there, so I don't go nowhere else. I realize. When some, you have some of my brethren will left and go Ethiopia and go South Africa and them things, so we have to give time. You know, so we are going Ethiopia Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, man, we are left go Ethiopia Sunday, man.
Highly blessed.
By the time the program you reach Jamaica, we're supposed to in Ethiopia.
All right, then nothing wrong with that. At the same process.
Yeah, man.
The same process, you know.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks to the
yeah, man.
Because a long time you tell us, boy, you hear me. Pork there in a bubble gum and all them things there, you know. And we ice up a DVD named The Truth About Pork, you know.
Yes.
Tell people about all this trichnosis and all these other
I will come to England now, come here. The scientists them declare that the additives in these foods that the children are having have a psychological effect. Make them hyper. It make them hyper. When them eat all these sugar thing and all these little things were in the thing them, when them the carbon, benzonate and all these whole heap of name. You see, anytime you buy something and you look on it mark ingredients, if you call the name, no buy it, no you eat it, man, and no drink it.
Boy, I have a simpler method still in the motor. If I something with them making a lab, we not eat, you know.
Yes.
All these EE things, because you can't go up on tree, go pick a E.
And you can't go up on tree and pick no fish neither. So I'm going to tell you about him a vegetarian and him eat fish. I'm mad. Anyway, give thanks, brethren.
Just one more thing, Mota.
Yes.
Because I don't know if you ever hear about a brother, an African from Honduras named Dr. Sebe.
Dr. Sebe?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Why you mention him?
Well, he's a man who deal with nutrition from...
Yeah. Me see a DVD with him.
All right.
Me see a DVD with him. Yes. Me remember now.
Yes, because...
Yeah, but they are Canada the other day I see a DVD with him. Yeah, man, him nice, you know.
All right.
He don't ramp, you know.
All our people that go do it in a radio and a listen again.
Yeah.
Is our next message this again.
Yeah.
Rice has been killing us off for the longest time.
Rice?
Yes, because
man.
rice has
China people food.
Yeah, man, rice, even bigger than that. Rice has something they're making a lab, a hybrid.
Yeah, China people eat rice because them not a big belly like we, so they want a big belly, so they eat rice. But we don't have the big belly already. We don't need to eat no more rice. Too much carbon. That's it. Too much carbohydrate, Rasta.
Naturally.
Yeah.
A suitable replacement is a grain we name quinoa.
Yes.
We're growing in Central America.
All right.
A grain we name quinoa. So people them who can go in Asda and Tesco and go look for them things there because we need to stop eat rice and anything white no good for it.
That's true.
From
Give thanks,
milk
Bridget.
come right down. White sugar, white milk, white rice,
cocaine,
white salt.
Yes.
Not all when you white not supposed to go to it. You get what I say?
White ladies. I mean cocaine. Them call cocaine in America white lady.
You hear that?
And them call ganja Mary Jane in Mexico. Marijuana.
Can you imagine it?
You can't believe that. That's so racist.
Yeah, man.
You know, for call cocaine white lady and ganja marijuana, it's very racist, I must say.
Naturally.
Yeah, but we don't work with none of them still, but we just I tell you. Anyway, give thanks, Bridget.
Give thanks. Bless.
How is it? Yes, cutting edge. Edge. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Mota.
Yes, sir.
Me say 11th of September, New Year's at Ethiopia, you know.
Yeah, man. The new millennium will start.
Yeah, man. 2000.
2000.
So I want to follow down them side, you know. I've never been there on them.
Then England, watch it easier for reach Ethiopia from England than Jamaica, you know. You have non-stop flight. We are going right now.
Yeah, man.
So why you not go? So why you not go?
Yeah, them not for forward there.
When you left?
More like the 9th.
The 9th.
And land in Addis Ababa.
The 10th.
Yes.
Then at the same time, I go to. Saturday, me I left here, you know. Me I go Sunday, which is the 9th.
Yeah.
Because it's the 11th, it's the New Year's Day, but we wanted there when New Year's Eve.
All right.
You know, we wanted there on the New Year's Eve. Give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, man, but what on the motor?
Me a hold on.
More big up some youth from down from Jamaica, and more big up the Mount Rasta youth, them and Faith Spend youth, them.
Why you want to see Mount Rasta road now with paved nice, you see, man?
Yeah, more big up the youth, them from Woodtree, St. Mary, Rockabessa, same way, Galley in my place.
Yeah.
You understand me? Linstead, Bago, Ox, Stacey, same way.
Where your name?
A Tico na Chigalen Seeker Watch, man.
Where your name, Tifa? Where your
Tico na Chigalen Seeker Watch. Tico na.
Tico Natch.
Yeah, girl, them Seeker Watch.
Okay.
And we run North St. Catherine and go back in at them side. You get me?
Oh, so you're a party win?
Then you don't know, no, man, we are socialists, man. But
yeah,
socialist.
But no socialist not there in Jamaica again, you know.
Yeah.
A PNP and JLP around
but
the country.
But as we are still in a straight.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Blessed man. Give thanks. Here, brethren.
Yeah, bless up.
Yes.
Yeah, greetings, brethren.
Yeah, blessed man.
Yes, sir. is an Ethiopian Orthodox.
All right.
See?
Yes.
I just come from Ethiopia still.
Where did I come from, forward?
I come born at St. Thomas still.
No, when did I come from Ethiopia?
About 3 weeks ago.
And you're not down there for the celebration?
No, come here for work, you see.
Okay, okay.
You know, I have a house out down there, do so. I have to sort out something.
Down at Shasha?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, me I say no.
Where did I name? Come here, go down there.
For Selassie.
Eh?
For Selassie.
Fikir, all right.
All right, me I say no. I, the Selassie, they talk about Jesus.
Yeah, man.
When we go down there, so me say everywhere me go, every
yes,
inch me see is church, me see Orthodox church.
Yeah, man. Yes,
so the I don't go down there, come see the I down there 92.
Yeah.
And then the King celebration is 100th birthday. Me see the I down there, so you and Green and
yeah, man. Tony Rebel and
see,
Andrew
all right.
William.
So the I know me. I said, oh. So me I say no. This Jesus now, me and the King talk about him all the while. When we go into the Orthodox church, I that them defense.
Yes, so
me can't understand how you tell the people say, you know, really deal with Jesus, yet you love the King.
Yeah.
Is that me don't understand? Because
well,
the King is a lover. Him say, I am a devoted follower and servant of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Give me a chance, I know.
Yeah.
Me see in a Haile Selassie something. So Haile Selassie faith is impersonal thing. So why I said to you now, you see, that is not because Haile Selassie believe in a Jesus. Why I did I say Haile Selassie?
Okay.
It is a redemptive energy that was portrayed by Marcus Garvey and Bedward, not Bedward, and Owell. Why I and I declare Haile Selassie. So it is really an event that start Rasta. It's not where Haile Selassie believe in her. Because I and I through the connection of Jamaica and being domiciled in Jamaica, we come up with a movement named Rastafari. And the Rastafari movement is not based upon where Haile Selassie believe in her, but where I and I recognize inner Haile Selassie and develop through our domicile position in a Jamaica.
But don't a Jamaica, they tell me something.
Yeah. No, wait, no. Make me get something clear now. Haile Selassie is a Christian.
Truly.
I know have to be a Christian too.
Huh?
I know have to be a Christian too. Haile Selassie is a Christian.
Oh, you mean them?
No. But Haile Selassie no lax.
I think that was Rasta.
But Haile Selassie no.
Me believe that that's what was Rasta was about. Say man follow the king. Cause man say love somebody. They love the king. They don't follow the king.
But we are the Haile Selassie lax. Haile Selassie no lax, brethren.
But they have lax as you. But it's still.
Wait no man. Can we go through this in Jamaica? We don't really want to compare with it. When me say, Haile Selassie don't lax.
Truly.
Haile Selassie no smoke herbs.
Truly.
I don't even know if Haile Selassie high tal. So what me I say to you now, within I and I perception of Rastafari, it is not what Haile Selassie believe in that brought us to Haile Selassie. If I love Vietnam, if I love Haile Selassie, I don't have to believe in where Haile Selassie believe in her.
Okay.
If my mother a Christian, that not mean that I no Christian, I don't love my mother. And I know respect my mother and I know understand my mother's position. It's a religion is a religion.
Yeah.
I develop and create a religion in Haile Selassie, not in where Haile Selassie believe in her.
Yo, from helicopter
it is not where Haile Selassie.
Sorry for cut you.
Yeah.
From helicopter boy, me and man I say, Selassie is God. Cool?
Yeah, well we don't work with God right now, you know. Because
Bingi. But you hear that, don't?
From Ayagua Bingi.
I hear that, don't
Yeah, but we evolve from God now. We evolve.
Then all right, tell me something again. Then Sizzler them and all of them out there today, right? No, don't them say him is the Almighty, not true?
Then Haile Selassie not the Almighty, man.
Right, so if him is the Almighty, isn't it our duty as a Rasta to follow what him say as the Almighty?
But you know, hear what me I say?
I
never come to Haile Selassie based upon where Haile Selassie did say.
So you not deal with him speech, them and them thing there.
I never say I'm not dealing with him speech.
So where you deal with it?
You see, a man only follow Haile Selassie's speech to the point of Haile Selassie's speech, you know. Because there's a whole heap of things where I hear a whole heap of Rasta man say Haile Selassie said this. But when him look on other things where Haile Selassie say him not really work with it. I have said to you that Rastafari never come to Haile Selassie because of what Haile Selassie say. Rastafari come to Haile Selassie because
of what the next man say.
Because of Leonard Owell declaring said this man is our redeemer. So we are work with the redeemer now. Now we come to another understanding now. True religion and this and that now. We hear the things, a whole heap of things where Haile Selassie say. So a whole heap of man work with a whole heap of the things them where Haile Selassie say. No, I not tell a man not to work with what Haile Selassie say, no, but I say, I don't have to be a Christian because Haile Selassie is a Christian, because it is not Haile Selassie religion that I am working with. I am working with the understanding that I gather in Jamaica through the perception that I have about Haile Selassie.
Okay. So it's just a perception you deal with it.
There's no perception. Everything is perception, brethren.
Okay.
Haile Selassie never come to I personally, come
It's
to
not
I nothing.
obedience.
Then
It's not to do the obedience.
Haile Selassie come to you, come tell you something personally.
Huh?
Haile Selassie come to you, come tell you something personally.
No, man, but me read him speech.
Yeah, but it's everything where him saying I'm speech you agree with.
Come to me, but when me read him speech, me get the understanding of where him a deal with. So it's like him there with the same way.
But me don't know where my them wait, Virgin. Me read him speech them to you know. Yeah, man, me read the autobiography volume 1 and 2. Me read the selected speeches. Me read the
and the most important authorities are them one there.
And me read all of them. I said to you now, that is not what make me a Rasta. Because if you go to Ethiopia, the Christian them don't declare Haile Selassie.
Hold on, I just want to find out something from you. So you don't really follow nothing. It's just a perception you're there with, but you don't follow nothing really where him deal with.
Listen, you want me to say?
Only want to understand where you say.
Where him deal with? But Haile Selassie.
As him liberty and everything, or him say Rasta.
All right, me ask you a question. Haile Selassie is a Rasta? Haile Selassie is a Rastafari.
So Rastafari?
No, me ask if don't tell me if my name Rastafari, man. Haile Selassie me ask, but me say if Haile Selassie is a Rasta, that's how we say Rastafari.
But me I say,
in other words,
Rastafari, that's how the name come Rasta.
You ever hear Haile Selassie declare Rastafari as the Almighty?
No, me never said that.
Yeah, well, I declare that. That is the difference between I and you now, because I declare.
Oh, so you have said things where him never say.
But if Haile Selassie not say Haile Selassie is the Almighty. I say Haile Selassie is the Almighty. I know Haile Selassie I say that.
Okay.
Then if I say Haile, you ever go to Ethiopia, go hear anybody in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church? So I say that.
So it's just the I said that out of your own conception then.
So you now say that.
No, me I say to you now.
You now say Haile Selassie is the Almighty.
No man, because the king not say that.
The difference between me and you.
If him not say something, all me if he say, him say something when he never say so. We can't do that.
Because me never say.
I tell upon the man, and we can't do that.
Yeah, so me I tell you say Haile Selassie not say Haile Selassie the Almighty, and me I say that.
Yeah, so me I say to you, say you say that off of your own about them.
No, Rasta man say that. Rasta in
Jamaica
so
Rasta man I say that off of your own about them. Because me a Rasta too, so me I say Rasta, you know me say from me a youth, me hear man say, him is the Almighty.
So me ask a question.
When Rasta say so, he must say that off of your own about them.
Yeah man, then we create that man.
Okay.
We create that in a Haile Selassie.
Yeah, but the king never says so though.
Then him not have to say it for I say it.
We can't say that then. If the king not say so, me can't say so then, really.
Okay, so you know say Haile Selassie like how Rasta see him then.
Well, you know me I say to you, if the king said to me, hold on, let me just done.
If God say my God want you to know.
He is a servant and follower of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
But if you want to do that, no more. Then you go follow Jesus then. Follow Jesus then.
Yeah, but me I say to you, hold on again. Listen me good enough. Me say, if the king say that him is a devoted follower and servant of Christ.
Yeah, then
you know. What you say?
What you say?
Yeah, more than follow that, not you.
No.
Why?
No, you not have to follow it.
Why?
Because that is what serve him.
Okay.
That is what serve him.
Tell me something more. In Jamaica, what do you do in Jamaica there? Because I'm going to go see the people. More have to ask you something again. What do you do down and see a holy Orthodox church? How come them down there so? What about the down there so? Now the king said that from 66?
The Orthodox church? The Orthodox church, no declare Haile Selassie. The Orthodox church don't be like when Rasta come in there with them locks to baptize them. You have to cut off your locks to go baptize in the Orthodox church. We can't work with that.
No, man. Them not sit natty down the man.
Listen to what me say now. Listen to what me say now, man. You see the man who control the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in Jamaica?
See?
Him now go baptize you with your locks on. Me I tell you say.
Who said that?
You have laxman in the church, you know. But me I tell you say. Them no baptize Rasta laxman in the church again. And me I tell you say. You can't go in the church, go declare Emperor Haile Selassie I as the Almighty. You can't do that in the church.
Yeah, but you can't go to Ethiopia and do that.
Then that's why I said so crazy.
You go to Ethiopia, I know you go there already, but before you can't go to Ethiopia, you know, you can't tell the people that. So you can't go to
stand up in a Lalibela church. Me stand up in a Lalibela church, me and Tony Rebel and Luton Green and say, Emperor Haile Selassie is the Almighty.
What them
for say? What them for say? I mean what them say.
Oh, them
the man bring some white Mary come show away. And we ask him say, we ask the monk say, tell me something. Why not bring this white Mary come show away for? We burn my white Mary, you know the man,
right.
the man go up. You know why I hear the story.
The church on the hill.
Lalibela, me
You don't know Lalibela Bridget, Lalibela be baptized you, so no one to talk to you now.
I'm going to tell you, say, them have a big,
as you go up on the grade,
them have a big,
with the big field there.
Them have a big
you know the
picture.
big field there?
Me talk about in the mountain, where them say Island has to go pray. Me say, the man have a white Jesus, white Mary, a picture of white Mary, a big picture of white Mary in the soul.
With the cross church there, you know the big cross church.
It no matter which cross or wrong church, I say.
Now ask if it's this one.
It's one of the
church. That's how you talk?
It's about 11 church up there.
Okay.
And me I tell you, say the one where we going now, where we see this thing. The man have this big picture, this white Mary. And when we go in there, I say, oh, we come clear of Ethiopia. Come see these great, this highest mountain, come see white Mary. We burn out that, you know the man though? The man go behind the red curtain and bring out an Ethiopian image of Mary. So we say, so how that go? Me not understand that. Oh, come on and show this white Mary and have the image, the Ethiopian image round there. So it was really a problem. So we said, no, we go in Ethiopia, go see the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, have white Jesus painted upon them wall. And we burn out that. I just simple that. So I mean know the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in Jamaica, them not accept when Rasta come in there, so come say Emperor Haile Selassie is the Almighty. Them afraid of that. And that's how Rasta say, and that's how we uphold. So whether Haile Selassie wants to say Haile Selassie the Almighty, and as a matter of fact, you know what me say? If God say my God, watch it, you know. You have to get suspicious of him. If God come tell you say my God, get suspicious. Anyway, we have to move. Them tell we take time. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on IRFM, yes. And 98.7 the FM New Style Radio, yes. No Night in Zion. Okay, the phone line them are ring off and thing, yes. Yes, turn on that radio, yes.
Yes, the radio turn down.
Yes.
I'd like to say greetings, Muta. How you doing, all right?
Yes, blessed man. Blessed man.
Blessed. Now, basically, right, there's a few points, obviously, I want to clarify certain things with yourself regarding your concept of Christianity, because somehow your views on Christianity only seems to hinge around Roman Catholicism and the
No. Me never express nothing about Christianity, you know. Me just say me no work with it. So
hold on.
You want me tell you what me think about Christianity? Ask me, but don't tell me say my thing surround Roman Catholicism.
Just before you actually go into it, I believe when you had a telephone conversation with Ancobia the other day, and you started to stress your views regarding Christianity. That's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
If you and plus over the years, me hear your views from the Cutting Edge regarding Christianity, but you don't tend to lean on Roman Catholicism and the Church of England. You tend to be selective and invasive when it comes to born-again Christians.
All right, let me ask you, let me tell you something. Which part Anglicanism come from?
Blue eyes. So, hold on, let me make my point clear. So, when you're going to counteract on what I'm going to say, at least you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
All right, sir. So, basically, what I'm trying to say, over the years I've listened to you, you're always referring to the concept of Christianity, blonde hair, blue eyes, the Bible in one hand, the gun in the other hand. You tend to refer to Christianity through the eyes of Roman Catholicism, the Church of England, and then somehow it's like a broken record. You don't come away from that. You've missed out clearly the basic principles of Christianity. As, in my mind, I'm saying you need to recheck your theology. If not, go and study it. I'm not trying to personalize.
All right. Let me say something now. What is the basic tenets of Christianity?
The basic tenets of Christianity is through Jesus Christ. No man could go through the Father, the Creator, except through Jesus Christ, and then you have to be born again.
All right.
Believe in your heart unto salvation, and confession is made to the mouth. That is the basic tenets of Christianity.
Where that concept they come from?
That concept come from the Bible. Everything is
I know where the Bible it come from. Which part the concept from the Bible come from? Where it come from? How did it come to that? How did it reach
Jesus.
that?
The concept of anything to do with Christianity come from Jesus.
No, man. Jesus Christ never tell you, say there's no other name that man should be saved but Jesus. Paul said them thing there.
John 16,
no, it's John has said that. No, it's John saying it.
No.
Yeah.
You fail to realize, right?
Yeah.
You fail to realize. If you look at the scribes of the Bible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Some of them read directly from the mouth of Jesus.
No, but
Even
I am
though they
saying to you,
the word.
the parts of the Bible that Jesus talk is in red continuously.
That's
and I am
correct.
saying to you that
so
the
you don't know
idea that no man can be saved but through the name of Jesus Christ, it's not Jesus said that in the Bible.
Jesus did say that.
Which part of the Bible Jesus said? Tell me.
Okay, St. John 14:6.
Read it,
Right,
read
it
it.
says, I am the way, the
Read
truth,
it.
and the life.
Yeah.
No man cometh unto the Father but through me.
Yeah.
In other words, there's no other name under heaven, earth, besides heaven you can be saved but through him.
All right, listen to me. Listen to me.
Mhm.
Listen to me. The name Jesus. The name Jesus.
Yes.
What was the name of this man that you talk about? What was his name?
Okay.
When he was on the earth.
Christus, Yeshua.
No,
Okay, if you want the Hebrew or do you want the Greek? Which one you want?
No, but it
You
can't
want
be a
the
Greek
Hebrew or do
name.
you want the Greek? Which
No,
one you
listen
want?
to me now. Listen to me. The
Mhm.
word Jesus has nothing to do with an historical person. The etymological origin of the word Jesus comes from something totally different from what you are talking about. All right, the next thing is that when you talk,
Can I answer that?
no, don't answer me. Make a talk.
Okay,
When
sir.
you talk about the Roman Catholicism of my understanding of Christianity,
Mhm.
there is no other understanding of Christianity but through Rome, because Rome is the one that gave you the doctrine and the tenets of what Jesus is supposed to be, based upon a bishop's sitting down with a man named Constantine in a council that declare and decide what is the tenets, what is the understanding that's supposed to be gathered from this concept of Jesus. You don't believe me? Go back and read the history.
No. Muta, you didn't ask me if I believe you. Don't say I don't believe you. Let me show you something.
So
You-
the
what you
idea,
read-
the
let's
idea
go
about I
further.
saying about Roman
Muta,
Catholicism,
Okay, Muta,
Christianity
let's
is
go further.
Roman Catholicism.
Okay, let me show you something, Muta.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that point up. Let's go further. 325 AD. That's the council you're talking about. The
There was
council
no
of
man in
990.
325 named AD
let
named
me
Jesus.
talk, sir.
There was
Let me
no
talk.
man named Jesus 325
Okay.
AD.
Sir, can I speak, Muta? Muta, can I speak? Let me.
There
answer
was
what
no
you just
man
said.
that named Jesus 35 AD. So what was the name
Okay,
that these men used?
I'm going to give it to you if you can allow me to
Yeah.
give you the answer.
Yeah.
We go back to the council, what you just said. Council of Nicaea, right, which is 325 AD.
Yeah.
The Council of Nicaea came together.
Mm.
It was basically a sham. Constantine was never a Christian, number one.
No.
Number two,
Yeah.
right, that was after Roman Catholicism, right, actually took Christians and basically tortured them over the years. They weren't even allowed to go into Jerusalem, never mind the Jews.
Brethren,
okay?
brethren,
So if you're looking at
the
history,
idea of Jesus and the concepts around Jesus, it's based upon a Greco-Roman mythology that have its origin in Egyptology and the understanding that Egypt gave in its mythology about Horus, Isis, and Osiris. All of this concept of Jesus come out of those concepts. No, I am saying to you, there was no Christianity outside of Rome. The people them in Jerusalem never named Christian.
Let me show you something.
There was no Christian in Jerusalem.
Okay, once you speak, if you allow me to...
Yeah, but you see, we have not a long time, and them tell me, say...
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let me show you something, right? Christianity was first named Christians at Antioch. Do you know about that?
Which part Antioch there?
Do you know what Antioch
You
is?
tell me where Antioch is, tell me.
Okay, Antioch, right, is where Paul, on a mission...
Where it is? No, tell me which...
All the way in Rome, innit?
Oh, all right, wait there. Tell
All
the
the way in
people.
Rome.
Tell me wait there.
But it wasn't Christians.
Tell me which...
Christians that named themselves that. They were given
Tell
that
me
name.
which part you say the first time Christian mentioned, which part
Okay,
is it there?
in Antioch.
Which part Antioch there?
Antioch is in Rome, but that doesn't mean to say...
Paul
okay,
was what? Paul was what? Paul was a Roman what?
Paul was a Roman citizen, yet he was a Jew. He was a Jew.
Paul was a Roman. Paul was a Roman citizen.
Became a Roman citizen.
All right.
So
The
let's make that
concept
clear.
of Jesus Christ was decided by a group of bishops sitting down on a table, holding up them hand and voting by a man named Constantine, who was not even a Christian.
You got it wrong. You
who
mixed
boiled
up
all
the
them cousin them. And the concepts that we now continue about, there's no other name that man shall be saved. The man them named Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John never know Jesus. They never know no man named Jesus.
You've got that theology wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a massive
Matthew,
gap.
Mark, Luke,
There's
and
a
John.
massive gap in your theology. There's a massive gap.
What is the gap? What is the gap? What is the gap?
The gap is, let me show you something, right? It was the Romans that actually put Jesus Christ to the cross. Am I right or wrong?
No. It was not the Romans.
You need to check your history.
The Romans.
Brethren.
No, brethren.
I've been letting you wait. Hold on.
The Romans.
It was Roman Catholicism. It was Romans that put Jesus Christ to the cross. When
because that is the man them who put Jesus Christ to the cross, according to you, is the priests them and the scribes them where they live in a Jerusalem at the time where declare say this man is going.
Muta, let's give proper names to them, right? The Sanhedrin Council, which consists of 70 plus one, the high priest, right? Yes. Which was Caiaphas at the time, who was reigning at the time, right? They gathered council together to say, all right, we're going to put him to the cross.
Put who to the cross?
And also gave a
put who to the cross? There was no Jesus in no cross.
Okay, Emmanuel.
Jesus, he never named no Emmanuel. He never named no Emmanuel, brother.
The man who saying First John
Yahshua Ben Yosef. That is where the man name. There's no.
It's Yahshua. You want to pronounce Yahshua?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John never know nobody name Yahshua. Them never born. Them never
they
did
never
it.
know Yahshua.
There was no Mark. These people is reporters. Them never know the man. You have any evidence to know that the man them know the man?
Yes.
When?
The Bible declares it. The Bible declares it.
Bible declare what?
You need to check it.
Bible declare what? What the Bible declare?
The Bible declares.
You can't use a book to validate a book. No, you can't use the same book to validate the same book, man. That don't have no logic.
In order that we can have rationale here, you speak what you want to speak, and then let me.
No, but we have to go. We have to go because them are shaking their head and I say we have to go because other caller upon the line.
Well, let me make a statement before we go. Then, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, Muta, right?
Statement.
Respect you as a person. Yeah. But one thing I'd like to say, you need to be clear on your history, but somewhere along the line, you're being very evasive at your history. You black out that the Romans...
No, white out, no black out, white out.
The Romans actually put Jesus Christ to the cross at the consent of the Sanhedrin Council, okay?
The Romans did not find him guilty. The Romans is not the person them who find him guilty. The Romans just use a way of killing him that was conducive to what them used to do. Them used to hang all, them used to put everybody upon cross.
The Romans would not put a person to death if they never find him guilty.
No, them never find. Go back and read the Bible, man. Them never find him guilty, man. The man who said, I find no fault in this man. Take him and do whatever you want him to do with him. And the people them crucify him. It's not no Romans cult to crucify him. It's the same people them that follow him to crucify him.
You are now contradicting your own question.
Anyway, give thanks, Bridget. Give thanks. Oh, it belongs to this radio station. They don't belong to the radio station not take up the whole of the program. And it belongs to the radio station. If you give people who know belong to the radio station at the time. Yes, Bridget.
Yes, Muta.
Yes.
Yes, it's that we ring up for, just to even say it's glad your presence is there, and it's good to know that we can reason as well.
Yeah, man.
And one thing for sure is that when a man is saying something, we are always on this thing where you have to tell a man saying can't say nothing. You must can say what you want, say.
Yeah.
And people can listen and form another opinion because any other opinion we hear it from time, right? Yeah. Your opinion is new.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And you bring it to us, and enough of us who say we can talk would like to be in your position that you have your heart to go up there and do it.
Yeah.
And me sit down and say we must come up and at least share. You get me as it, we can find some strength from you as well. And it's not like saying we are ring up and join our side with nobody because we expect everybody to talk right?
Yeah.
But we are saying where we are here from people and they're trying to justify it is a whole thing. You get me?
Yeah,
we hearing it from time, and we parents is bringing us from time, and we respect with parents. Even when I go to Jamaica, you vex if you don't go church, you go church. I know a big deal is not say he's a Christian and you're going to call yourself anything.
Yeah.
If anything, you're going to call yourself is a human, or if you want to call yourself a mankind, you call yourself a mankind. You get me? But if you're going to call yourself anything, you respect that life is life, and you big up that.
Yes.
But you're not boastful for anything else.
Yeah.
We understand. So the mind get changed up a lot, and is one delicate, important thing. And it's not for us to open up with mind. At least try open my mind. But do we know ourselves still, Muta?
Yeah, man.
But I'm glad you open your mouth and say things, black man.
Give thanks, well, we have to open my mouth,
Oh, come on. You're there and you see people are listening. Some people get something from it and can move.
Some people get all nervous now, too. Some people get all nervous, too.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Yeah.
People want to jump on people every time them up to talk. You know, we have to do that, man. We have to stop them things now.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know that.
Yeah, give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, give thanks.
Yeah, man. You know, the thing with the brethren we just called before, and they must say, me have a one-sided way for look on Christianity. I don't know if he must say, he is a Christian and me is not a Christian, therefore me I look on it like me is not a Christian. Because me can't say me not, he might look like a Christian, but the reality is the reality, the facts is the facts. And I could put on the facts, because we say this thing in Jamaica a while, and maybe we'll put people up here so here we say it. All right. You see, this conference, when me and the brethren talk about a while ago, named the Conference of Nicaea, where Constantine did watch over. Before this conference, the supernatural nature of this man, where the Christian called Jesus, was not in focus. This idea about 3 in 1 and 1 in 3, and if him is divine because he's a human being, or if it's when him get baptized, him become God or what divine and them thing there. This is not something that was perpetuated in Jerusalem, because there was many people walking around in Jerusalem that was seen as saviors. And these people wanted to get out of the grips of the Roman Empire, just like how them get out of the grips of the Greek Empire. But the Romans and Greek, the culture, just like how now we have an Americanization of our culture, the Roman and the Greeks had the culture lock in a Jerusalem. So a lot of the belief system came out of the Greco-Roman understanding. And where we get the Greco-Roman understanding from? It come from the place them say named Kemet, or Egypt. This idea about the sun and the 3 in 1, 1 in 3, the 25th of December. Every god where people mention. Hare Krishna was born on the 25th of December, according to Hare Krishna. Buddha was born on the 25th of December. Zoroaster was born on the 25th of December. So all of them was born on the 25th of December. What we are saying is this. When a Christian tell you, say, there's no other name that can save you but Jesus, what the hell am saying? What the hell am saying? Because I say it in the Bible, it's not the Bible. How can you use a book for validate the same book? You can't use the same book for validate the same book. What we are saying is that Matthew, as a matter of fact, according to the scholars, Mark was the first gospel that was written. And Matthew copy after him. There was no man who write Matthew did not follow Christ, because that thing was written about 100 years after the event. Some people say 70 years after the event. Paul, who was supposed to be a Jew, who became a Roman citizen. Why would a Jew want to become a Roman citizen? And then now spread this belief of Christianity. The idea of the Messiah, the idea of this Christ started in Egypt and spread outside of Egypt. And when the man talk about Antioch in a Rome, we are saying that this is where the crux of the matter lies. That the basic tenets of Christianity is deeply embedded in Roman Catholicism. So whether it's one side, two side, I don't care if it's one side, two side, no, because the first established church or empire that addressed Christianity was Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the first Christian empire. But we saying to you that even within the Christian empire that was declared, the Romans did have Christianity lock. That is why nowadays when people you can't escape it, the Anglican Church is Henry VIII, who killed 7 of them wife them, start the Anglican Church. The Anglican Church now become the Church of England. It's because a lot of people was breaking away from the papacy in Rome. Just like Martin Luther, the German, Martin Luther break away from the Roman Catholic Church and start Protestants. When we start about number 666, number 666 was first declared by Martin Luther. This is the man who gave us the Protestant Church. Henry VIII, the murderer, is him give away the Anglican Church. And all of them was coming from the Roman Catholic idea, placed there by this man named Constantine and by the bishops. It don't have nothing to do with no man live 2,000, about man dead and raised from dead and virgin birth and all these things. It's not all of the people them in the Bible mention no virgin birth. And there's a thing in Matthew. Matthew show you the genealogy of this man and then declare Joseph as the father. But yet still we hear said Joseph wasn't the father. He's a ghost have sex with Mary. Or when they put the spirit in her and she's pregnant. Yet still in a Luke 3, it shows you the genealogy of Mary. And them have different grandfathers. I lay down any man if man want to go in Bible. Check Matthew 1 and Luke 3. As if you don't see a total different genealogy for this man where them call Jesus. There's so much contradictions in that. A man really believes, say, a man feed 5,000 people with 3 fish and 4 barley loaf and have 12 baskets of fish and bread left, Rasta. In reality, a man really believe this thing, say this thing really happen. Would I love that man if I go to Africa? Because the whole of we are suffered down Africa now, we need some man who have no fish and bread down there. Anyway, this is the cutting edge. Yes, yes.
Greetings, my elder brother Muta.
Yeah, blessed man.
Greetings, yes. I was hearing the conversation about the religious aspect of our existence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like to say there's much confusion in our community.
Pure confusion, not only in this year, so everywhere where black people find themselves.
That's right.
Pure confusion.
That's right. And so it's important that we even go back to basics and understand what religion is in the first place.
Yes.
And what it does for a people or works against a people.
Or what it was supposed to do for a people.
Absolutely right.
Yes.
And certainly we have been imposed upon with religion in many, many different ways to our detriment. But I would like to suggest that brothers and sisters in the community would like to learn more about religion, what it is and its historical context in the factual evidence of what our experience is. That they make a visit down to the Yamanja bookshop in Perry Bar on Sunday at 12 noon, where our tutor Robin Walker, the author of the book When We Ruled, will be there to...
Yes, that virgin did in Jamaica.
Yeah. And he's conducting 3 sessions that breaks down the historical context of what religion means for our people.
Yes. You know, my contention is this, you know. All right, the Bible, there. Bible can't do nobody nothing, you know. It's paper, Bible there. How can so much millions of people read one book and come up with so much different interpretation? What kind of book is this? Why is this book not bringing people together? Why is it making people go apart?
Well, in European culture, in fact, if we look at one of the definitions that one of our elder scholars, our warrior scholar, Dr. Yosef Benjamin gives us, he says that religion is nothing more than the deification of a people's culture.
Okay.
Yeah,
man.
So it empowers those people in whose
the power
culture,
lies. Yes.
Yeah, that
the power lies in you. You get that power. Yes.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. Now, in European culture, there's a fundamental concept of divide and rule.
Yes.
So if they produce a works that give you the guide by which you should govern your life,
yes,
then the result is that you're subject to that same divide and rule.
Yes, and you know who have the power decide the minds of the people. Yes, the minds of the people, the most destructive weapons in the hand of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed.
Absolutely true.
You know, see it, and that is really what we say, because if people, for generation and generation, believe in this thing, and when we look on the collectiveness of the thing not working, we see more. All right, we deal with precedents, you know. There's more wars that have been fought because of religion than peace that has been made because of religion. More wars has been fought. So, if there's more wars because of these religious ideas and practices, why the hell we still maintain that there's something in these religions that will create the harmony for humanity that we expect it to do? What is it what is innate inside of us that is saying that something in it will help people?
Well,
when we look on generations, and all it's doing is creating more wars and enemies of wars and wars and wars and wars. We need a new manifestation, a new perception. Is that we are talking about now? So we have to go back in our Africanness and search for that Africanness that is we.
Most definitely, Muta, most definitely. And there are many scholars and studies that have conducted research that are clear that African people are notoriously religious, notoriously engaged in spiritual activity.
I think they're more superstitious than religious.
Yeah.
Because you have Christian people at Jamaica. If something wrong with them, they say that them go to church, go to final to them go to man. So even though we're in debt and embedded in this so-called Christian belief, if we find that something seriously wrong, if a woman man left her, she run gone and hope a man to go find back the man, you know. You know, see, so within that there's a DNA connection, a genetic memory that is saying that there's something in our African heritage that we need to return to. Enter we in a problem or enter we in goodness. But we always find the thing that is not we, because we get complacent with the position where we find ourselves in now.
Yes.
And these are the major religion that is corrupting and creating havoc. I wonder how people don't see that. Say the things them and create madness in the people them. Anyway, give thanks, brethren. We have to go, yeah?
Give thanks, yeah, all right.
Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge. We're coming to you live from New Style Radio 98.7 FM in Birmingham, England.
Hello?
Yeah, blessed.
Yes, Moot. This is Prince Irving. I'm born and grew up in Old Harbour.
All right.
Right, and I spent about 15 years in Kingston. Possibly about 10 years at the bottom of Jonestown, right?
Yeah.
And I just like to get this across. I believe education is very important, because when I used to live in Kingston, I used to, see a whole lot of different, activities going on, changes and so on, right? Since I came to England, I thought it would be a good move in the sense that, my life would, change, would be better and so on, which it wasn't, And I planned to return back to Jamaica. But then I saw ads on the television, the Open University, and ads that you could, because I was a person, I didn't went to school, I haven't done any O levels and so on. So I thought that I could not attend a university.
Yeah.
So I saw the Open University with an ad, and so I applied. And I've done 2 years. I've studied a bachelor. I'm studying a bachelor's degree in social science. Which I'm still in the process. I've done several subjects from politics and so on. So I would consider education as very, very important, and I would advise...
The most important thing, brethren.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because the only way one can know is through education.
Yes.
And I would advise Jamaicans, especially in England, or even in Jamaica, because I know that they'll be able to hear me in Jamaica. They should... If they can't get to a university in Jamaica, you can study it online. And I would advise them that there's a particular university in England that offers honors degree in law, which is the Northumbria University up in Newcastle.
Yeah.
You can study it from Jamaica online.
Okay.
And they would be in a very strong and better position.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Give thanks, brethren.
Okay, then.
Very important. We need some education now, because over the years we have been indoctrinated. And we realize indoctrination leads to belief leads to whole heap of superstition and delusion and illusion. So, as the brethren say, education is the key. Yes, brethren?
Greetings.
Yes, blessed.
Yes, Muta, it's Junior from Race.
Junior from where?
Race.
Which
organization called Race.
What race mean?
Re-education against colonial education.
Ah, good name.
Right.
We love the name.
Yeah, I've been listening to your show, right?
Yeah.
And basically, I believe, say that, well, me know, say, that before a nation can go forward, right, it requires that they have to come together as a people.
Yes.
Right? But based on your show now, me I see this religious thing, right? It ain't going to bring us together.
Confusion.
Right? It ain't going to bring us together, right? Now, you are say bonnet.
Yes.
But
the religion.
Called, all religion, right? But there's this thing called blind faith in a people, which, as you say, is down to indoctrination.
Yeah.
And the minute you say that, them switch off and then move where?
Yeah.
So how we going to come together? Cause me me notice every nation, right, when they rise up and they move forward, them do that in the name of them God, you know.
Yeah.
Right? All of the wars in history, you see them do it in the name of them God.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what make them go forward. But it look like, say, we can't even get this consensus upon God.
All right.
As a people. So how we are going to go forward?
Well, white man, God can't save you from white man oppression. That is what me know.
Yeah, I agree.
So here what we are saying now. We in a Jamaica come forward with an idea and a concept that is based up of Emperor Haile Selassie I. And we say we are Rastafari. No, me not tell a man for turn Rasta, you know. But just say now that there's a group of people who come with this understanding of themselves and declare Haile Selassie I. And we see through that idea and that philosophy, we see a whole heap of things are going on in the community of black people. Where black people start to love themselves even more because of this concept. Because we see locks now as something where man never did even use to, where people used to look down upon lock. We see now everybody are locked. So there's a cultural aspect of Rastafari that has spread all over the world that I really have to give credence to. The problem with it now is that when Rasta start to put themselves now in this religious perspective again, and then start to behave now like the same thing where we are run from.
Yes.
So we need this African understanding that is void of these religions that has been brought to us through colonialism and through neo-colonialism. That is really how I see it still.
All right. So we couldn't come to an understanding still, say, like, because when you talk to everybody, every religion, when if you ask a Muslim what Allah mean, he might go tell you about love and righteousness and justice and all them something.
Yeah.
Now everybody ever say that about them God.
Well, you have to look upon what it look upon. You say you can't know something good. You have to look upon the history of the something and what the something is doing.
All right. No,
and when we look upon these religions that is now controlling and manipulating our life, when we look upon it, we ask the question: have these religions allowed men and women to live in more harmony as human beings? Or are we seeing the decay of love with human beings and nature because of these religions? I have to ask this question in myself, you know. When I look upon the religion that I come up in a Jamaica, I have to look upon it and I say, I must have sense. After 2,000 years of telling I about this thing, is this thing making our life better? Or am I seeing in the name of this thing men turning against men? I have to look on these things, and I am saying I know see it and make man life better.
All right, but before you cut me, when me say them all start on the same premise, not true?
Yeah.
With this God thing about this truth, justice, righteousness, love, and whatever.
Yeah.
So then, why we don't just stop this up?
No, but you see,
because when man I say you can only come to heaven through me, that's a rubbish.
Because that is a religion.
Have nothing to do with that.
But love have nothing to do with religion, you know. Because man can love void of religion, you know.
Yeah, well, can he really? If you look,
yeah, man, you don't have to have religion for love.
No, it depends the context you take religion in, you know.
No, look here.
You understand me?
You have man who believe in a God and don't love.
Yes.
And you have man who love and don't believe in a God.
All right.
Which one you prefer?
What's that?
Which one you prefer? That is the question.
We prefer the one
all right,
so because that is a liberty.
So we don't have to believe in a God for love. Is that what I say?
Yo, I don't believe in a no God. I don't, because when you say you believe in anything, it means that you don't know, you know.
Yeah, no, what does I say? The belief of people have.
Me?
Love is where we are searching for now. Happiness, love between life. Life is really where we want to extend good life, good living.
And liberty and love it, not true.
Yeah, and what may I say? Have all of these religions allowed people, things and places to be better off because of people saying it, or the things is getting worse because of it?
I understand that. That is exactly what is happening in the world.
So no matter what them say, it's what them do. We're not about what them want to say, because all of them start with the premise of love. But what them do is very important, and it's really what them do that we use that to judge them off, and not what them say.
Yeah.
Because I can't say I kill a man and I really not kill nobody, and I can kill a man and don't say nothing.
But all right, me we ask about you know, when I deal with the upliftment as well as people, right? Right, you know, me not have no time for judge nobody.
Yeah.
Me can't judge them. You understand me? So when a man come to me and if him say I'm Muslim and him start talk about, you know, truth, justice and righteousness, me say, yeah man, me there with that.
Of course.
And if a man come and him say my Rasta and him come with the same thing, me say, yeah man, me there with that.
Yeah,
so
man.
me embrace them.
Yeah, but when him start to tell you, know, say, if you don't accept what him must say.
No, man, that's a rubbish. Me not go into the tenants. Me can't go into the tenants.
Yeah, problem. Anyway, we have to move, brethren. All
right.
Yeah. You see, we have producers inside of the studio that tell us what to do and what not to do. Yes, cutting edge. Cutting edge. Yes.
Hello, Mutu.
Yeah, man, may I listen to you, man?
This is Kente.
I don't know your brethren. Tell me where you come from. I know television, you know. Yeah, I know television with the so I can't see what to me, you know. So you have to tell.
On a TV.
You never know what's on a TV.
You think a TV?
Tell live vision have you mix up, you know.
All right. Welcome to Birmingham.
Give thanks, man.
And we thank you for your contribution over the years.
Give thanks.
Because we know comes up me, there's always a resistance.
Of course.
And there's always somebody to show.
You know we're not afraid of the resistance, you know.
No.
We're not afraid of it.
You see, this religion thing is always causing a bit of controversy and divisiveness.
That's why we know why you talk about it now.
I want to go away from that.
Yeah, all right.
Well, as a people now, what's the basis now for us now to move forward?
Education.
What the basis?
Education. We need education, Rasta. We need education outside of the box that has been presented to us by the political system, the social system, the religious system. We need a new interpretation of self that is defined in our Africanness. Our perspective must be void of European domination. And it's not that we don't see things in Europe that cannot define humanness, but our humanness must not only be defined in European perspective. Because there's a Africa that existed thousands of years before Europe developed. So why is it that we are so scared to look into Africa for our existence? Where is the Kemetic language? Where is the Cushitic perspective? Where is the Yoruba, the Akan? All of these perspectives that have dominated Africa thousands of years before Europeans know how to cross Gibraltar. Is that we are talking about?
Yes, Moto. The thing now, Moto, of course, you're right. The thing now is, in your visits to Africa and the Caribbean, have you seen such a system in any African country?
The system in Africa?
Education system.
In Africa?
Caribbean, anywhere.
Yes, yeah, man, we have education system. But here now, before we go into education and system, you see Africa right now, I know Africa, you know, trust me, you know, because the leaders in Africa right now, them leave much to be desired. Because most of them has been indoctrinated into the political arena of governance. And we are saying, why are we always validating ourselves through the eyes, politically and religiously, in the eyes of European mindset? You mean that the world, the Chinese come to their perspective based off of a Chinese perspective, you know. You know, see, so right now, America owe China $1 trillion. Yeah, so what we are saying now, if other nations and people can define themselves through their own integrity and history, what is it that is continually bugging black people keep referring to European philosophies, ideas, religions, political ideas, to validate them existence?
All right, Moto. So when you meet these people over the years who claim to be the educated ones, and I'm sure you put this point to them, what is their response?
The educated ones? You see, that's why we don't call them educated now.
They're supposed to be educated, yeah. What's their response?
Yes.
And the leaders?
No, here no. You see, my idea of education is like when we take up a book by Ben Buchanan, or Ivan Van Sertima, or Henry Clark. These man, to me, is educated people. Marcus Garvey. You see? So when I say to you now that people who claim to them educated, we realize when you listen to them, for instance, if you bring up the thing about Africa, them refuse that. The so-called educated, them don't want to hear nothing about Africa. Because as far as them concerned, Africa backward. That's the first thing. So we don't really work with them kind of thinking there. So we don't say that is education, you know. We say that is really the continuation of Western white supremacist mentality that has been inculcated in the minds of black people who claim now to them go to university and come out with degrees and still use what them learn inside of the university to continue white domination over black people and over all other people who them classify in colors. You see it? So we don't really work with people who claim to them educated, who come out of this or come out of that. We work with people who identify What is the problem? What is the solution? The problem is that we black people find ourselves in a position where we keep validating ourselves through European eyes. What is the solution? We need a re-education. An education that declares Africa as the center of our being. Africa as our reality, as our existence. And we're not talking about Africa in slavery, Africa in European colonialism when the Portuguese and the British go there. We are talking about the Africa that experienced Africa before Europeans and before the Portuguese and before the British go there and the French go there, which is a longer time in existence. We have a longer history without Europe than with Europe, you know. We have a longer history without Arabs than with Arabs. But it's like we can't do without them because we get so inculcated in this, you know, the logics. We have to use for them logics to validate our understanding. We have to stop it. We have to really stop it.
Yes, thank you, Muta.
Yeah, man, give thanks. New Style Radio, 98.7 FM, IRFM. This is going to be broadcasted in Jamaica. May I tell you, so all the people them who lost them family. Yeah, some people up at Jamaica, up at Britain, you know. A long time they don't talk to nobody in England, you know. You hear somebody call about somebody they have picked their Jamaica. Somebody will lie, they will tell you, they don't remember them picked it. So you are saying, though, we are saying that if you have anybody who you want to shout out to, tell them say you have some money for send, and you're going to send it with Mutabaruka. You see, because we don't carry a whole heap of message, you know. We don't carry a load, a message we carry, our money. So if you have anything for carry on Jamaica, you know, we will carry it. You understand? And make sure to they come on IRFM feed. Because if they don't come on IRFM feed, you know, we know if you do with money. You understand? So anybody out there who lost them family for a long time and they are 10, 20 years, like I'm Reggie Larry there. He don't remember no family about Mutabaruka, you know. Larry still at the studio, you know. Larry come back. Larry come back. So we want to say, hail up to all the people them in a Birmingham. We get on the last lap now. Last lap with the pan.
Bless the love and greetings. Say 98.7 Taurus Radio Station, New Style.
Yes.
Rastafari, Lion, Selassie.
Rastafari.
Blessed love, Muta.
Every
Rastafari.
time.
Yeah, man, Rastred. See, I mean, I listen to the show, and Kobe the studio with us, for me, since Muta did it, man. I mean, I listen to you, man. And King, man, all I can do is endorse everything you say. See, because for the last 4 or 5 years, I on the radio, I tried to do the same thing. But a lot of people are compare me to the item. I say, look, that's it. Muta. See, and it's the vibration and the color.
Of course.
I mean, it's an education, King, man. I remember you up at Ethiopia, them, man, with youth and green.
Yes.
And them, man, you buy up the whole book, them, man, bring, say, you take them back on the
Oh, you mean, man, a whole box of the utterance. Remember, say, watch out, we walk on the street at Ethiopia, you know, and find everybody who have the... Yeah, the selected speeches of Haile Selassie, the utterance of Haile Selassie. And carry 2 backside, go back to Jamaica.
I remember your King, man, me say you dread Ryan. You me say Fireball, and me just say you talk to the man and tell you about education. And that way I say we have to educate ourselves from that African perspective.
Yeah, man, African perspective,
all
buddy.
Kind of mentality there,
yeah.
And dash off all the other. We not fight nobody else, we not fight no nation, you know, that's for years.
Yeah,
but we must see things through a way.
Yeah.
You see me, King, man? And Rasta say it long time, and like you say, not everybody are wear locks, everybody are rush now.
Yeah, man.
Notice now, right now, England, worldwide, me just come from Europe, everybody are rush pan this Rasta thing and red, gold, and green. So that means to say, we have a power and we have a strength.
Oh, you mean a power, man?
We just need enough more man like that if we just keep black the song, King, man, until we left this earth.
Give thanks, brethren.
Rastafari, Muta, just keep on the fire and lights for me, see there and I forward.
Blessed, man. Yes, brethren, cutting edge.
Hiya.
Hi.
Good day, Marista. I have a different question from everything else that you discussed in.
Eh?
I have a different question, otherwise from the religion.
I'm glad a woman called off it totally direct thing in a different way. Anyway, yes, mama, give thanks. What that? She quite cut off? You mean a 2 woman call the program to Mr. Douglas, so I don't cut off one of them?
As she cut herself off.
Somebody cut off themselves, Rasta. What am I name?
DVD.
I'm going to talk to your program manager about you, Rasta. Oh, that's fair.
A science.
With science. You see, you know, the man I blame science with something. Science work in accordance with man, you know. You think science just work by itself, so? Yes, cutting edge.
Yeah, tingling again, Muta. You have to go to show the wicked and live, you know. That's what they want, you know.
Yes.
Some education in them system.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
So when we did say right about the schools in Jamaica, you know, like, so what kind of support you think, say?
Yeah, but we can't talk about that on the radio. We have to talk about that on a personal level.
All right, but you see him when I said you have the school in
yeah, man, we hear what you said before. You talk to we at the drum the other day, man. Yeah, man.
All right, so we link up on about.
And we're going to do the drum tomorrow too, you know.
All right, we bless you.
Yeah. You ever hear about Martin Glenn?
Yeah.
You know Martin Glenn?
Yeah, I know Martin Glenn.
A serious poet, you know?
Yeah, man, it's a good youth, that.
You know, accept him as a serious poet.
Yeah, man, it's a good poet, yes.
Yeah, man, a serious poet.
A long time I fight the fight, you see. Him and Mugabe Selassie.
That him name?
No, that's another poet named Mugabe Selassie.
Oh, him and Mugabe Selassie always work together?
Yeah, they work together.
Well, a brethren named Martin Glenn I come really sit down with me tomorrow. We're going to have a big discussion, you know, before we do the show. So it's a unique kind of setting now where we're going to sit down and we're going to talk to Martin, and then now, after the show, after the talking, we're going to have Martin. See, and I mean me, I'm going to read some poetry for the people there. You understand?
All right.
I hope so the people them can stop up me when them see me live.
Yeah, man, I'll link up with the man.
All right, blessed, yeah? Yes, blessed. Yes.
Yeah, greetings, Muta. Amajok speaking.
Yes.
Yeah, I just give something to bring light to the people, you know?
Yes.
Certain people in certain lifestyle and then become dogmatic. They cannot think.
Yes.
So it's good for you to go and prick their mind and get them to start to even think if they can bring themselves to that kind of thing.
Yes. Give thanks. Well, we're glad. Well, you know what happened when we left. I know I only thinking I go on.
I hope so, because too much of us about 500 years and come nowhere, and we have to understand what kind of systems we using to make ourselves go forward.
All right, and that we are talking about. The validation of ourselves must not be through the eyes of others.
That's right.
Yeah, and that what Marcus Garvey teach, you know. Marcus Garvey teach, we say, if the white man, on page 44 in the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey, and the topic image of God, Marcus Garvey say, if the white man want to see God through his own spectacle, make him do it. If the Jew want to see God through the God of Abraham, Isaac, make him do it. But we, as African people, must see God through our own spectacle through Ethiopia. Marcus Garvey said that in the book. If you don't believe me, go and read it.
That's true.
So it's not something where we are make up here. So now we are say we must validate ourselves through our own spectacle. We can't keep two people say that and them use logics to come to the reasoning. We say it's them right. Who is logic? What is logics? What is logics? Logics is not a way to explain to come to a factual understanding of things, you know. And facts change. You know, see it. So it's just so it go sistering.
Yeah, man. Well, it's a virgin.
A virgin, sorry. Think what? Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think what has become natural for others has become unnatural for us. You know?
For us.
Sometimes people want to even think about where we is and how we get to that position. Some people are telling you, forget the past, we're in the future now.
You know, me love what you just say a while ago. Repeat what you say a while ago. What has become natural? Say it again.
What has become natural to others has become unnatural to us.
You see what I mean? I love that philosophy. We love that philosophy, brethren. Yeah, so, yeah, man, give thanks, brethren.
All right, then, give thanks for your show, then, yeah?
Yeah, man, I see it. Well, I asked the lady for call back, you know, because she not going to carry the reason for the next level and she get taught off. Yes, cutting edge. Cutting edge, nobody know that. All right, we're there for the last lap, you know. Yes, your turn, my engineer. Yeah, this is the cutting edge. We're there with you. We have half hour leave for this program in a Birmingham. So, you understand? And we realize everybody, some people is getting nervous now. After so long, some people are getting nervous. But yeah, you know, it's a thing with programs that come outside of the box where people get scared and nervous because they want to hear what them usually hear. You see? But we don't come to make you hear usually. We come to wake up your little self and make you really think. You understand? Okay. So, we'll go back to the phone lines. Yes.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is John. I've been listening to what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been to Ethiopia myself as well. I heard there's a couple of guys, so, you know, they went to Ethiopia. I went there as well. And, you know, I've also taken up the faith of, you know, the Orthodox Church.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see that? And, you know, His Imperial Majesty...
No, I don't belong to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, you know.
Would you ever consider being a...
No.
Oh, it's surprising.
No, I wouldn't join the Ethiopian Orthodox Church.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's strange. I just thought, you know... I heard you were saying earlier that the King was the Almighty.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, you know... you would take that up there.
No, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian.
The King loves the Almighty. If he's the Almighty, I thought that, you know, all the rest of men should follow the King.
Yeah, that is the perception that people have about Rasta when them say, because Haile Selassie is a Christian, them have to be Christian too. A whole heap of Rasta say them is Christian.
Yes,
but I am not a Christian.
It was important to Rastas, everything what he said. I thought that was very important.
Yeah, everything what him say is very important.
Okay, so how is it that you know?
No, we're not going to go back over that, though, you know. We don't go through that already. We're not going to go back over that. You did hear it too, you know. So I don't know why you asked me the same question. I did hear what me I say.
Yeah,
you don't hear what me I say already. You just come contradict the thing again. And the same thing we're going to go through. So you want to, we'll go to our next call. Are you here, Virgin? Yes. This is the cutting edge. Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, me too.
Yes, blessed.
I've been pleased to hear. My name's Ken Brown from Handsworth.
Yes.
I've just tuned into the program and it sounds very thoughtful.
Oh, you just tune in with there from why?
Unfortunately, yes. I was listening to the first part, then I had to go to a meeting.
Okay.
I've just tuned back in.
Yeah.
But one of the things you were saying about blackness and about black culture, I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I'm concerned, I'm very tuned into my black cultureness.
Mm-hmm.
And I want that to improve and to grow as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just one example of life that I've looked at the moment is the separation of black families, the breakdown of married couples, and the education of our young people.
Yes.
Can I ask a question about how at the moment, as far as I can see, that the church, those who go to church, seem to have a family setup, still seem to have that core mother, father, and children.
You mean in England?
In England, yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, everybody go to church in Jamaica, and the family is breaking down.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's a good concept.
And everybody have a concept of, most people that I know is Christians, and it's that family I see breaking down.
Right.
Yeah.
In Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in England, obviously, Christian
different.
families do break down as well.
Yes.
But majority, as far as I can see, still have that.
Still, that foundation, family foundation.
So, sack the soup on a Sunday, rice and peas on a Sunday.
Oh, you talk about Caribbean family?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, I think you talk about family in general.
No, Caribbean family.
Okay.
So I was going to say to you, because you were saying that religion has caused a lot of controversy and wars and
well, it's lie. Is lie telling?
It's not lying.
Okay.
No, it's not lying at all.
Okay.
But in England at the moment, right, it looks like the family who have religion, Christian religion, or some other religion, seem to hold the black culture families together.
Yeah.
Have you got a view on that?
Yeah, because what I see, all right, collectively, when I grew up in our society where it's the mother bring up the child, whether you is father, whether you son or daughter, the father is never usually there.
Right.
But here now, you see that family, where it's the father and the mother, them go to church.
Yeah.
There's something that is coming down from slavery that don't allow the father to maintain a family structure in the Caribbean most of the time. So we have to use our examine what is it that we brought out of slavery that is not allowing a family structure to maintain itself. Because as I say, in Jamaica is what them call a Christian society. And the family structure is really breaking down because most of the time the father is not there. If you ever hear, when you hear the DJ them talking, most of them talk about their mother, their mother who father them. So there's something that is missing in the family structure in Jamaica, even though the structure claims to be Christian. And I am feeling and thinking that it is coming from a legacy of slavery. Because in Africa, the father is there, the mother is there. So there's a legacy that has been handed down from slavery that we need to examine so as to come to an understanding of why is it that the family is breaking down and leaving only the mother. And there's so much separation of family life in the Caribbean and leaving the mother there to be father. We need to examine that.
Yes.
I don't think it have nothing to do with because you are Christian, why it happen. Because I know that in Muslim families, the families stay together. In India, where the Hindus are, the family structure is binding together. But there's something in the black family that is negating a family structure that allow the so-called enemy to come in and make even that child become what we call docile. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think certainly, that slavery mentality has caused a separation in black families.
Yes.
And it's something that, we, as part of your program and others who do philosophy and black culture, should discuss and talk about it.
Of course.
It's a big problem.
It is the biggest problem. It is the biggest problem.
And it's what's causing the problems with the young people, some of the young people as far as I can see.
But all right, see, that is the next thing I have with people when them claim say, what we're going to do for the young people them. It's what we're going to do for the big people them. Because it is the legacy of the big children only live what them learn, you know.
Yeah.
And there's almost like a genetic memory in our children today that is not allowing these children to live out a life that is happy and joyful and without violence. And we can't just blame the youth them, so I don't say, well, the youth them wicked. There must be something that was happening before.
Well, you know something, I watched a wildlife program, if I can give you this one example. I watched a wildlife program not too long ago about elephants.
Yes.
And it was in a part of Africa where a lot of the bull elephants and the matriarchs, the woman elephants, them get killed off. So you find you have a lot of young elephants walking around the country.
Yes.
Now these elephants, for some reason, the elephants without the bulls and the matriarchs, they started doing things contrary to their natural behavior.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And the way that the scientists and the zoologists got around that was to bring in other bulls and other matriarchs from other parts of the country.
Yes.
To keep and to learn those
the behavior.
Bulls in behavior.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know, with the black society, if there's absence of either the mother or the father, there's bound to be a problem.
Yes.
So, you know, we need to bring in more role models.
And how we can achieve that is to go back. Let me say Sankofa will return now to the past, to grab from the past. And we have never been able to analyze institutions because we never learned that institutions existed in Africa. There were family structures, there were social orders in Africa that maintain and keep the family together. We lose that coming across the Atlantic Ocean. We are saying that we need to examine all our intellectuals and our so-called educated people. We need to go back into the institutions that was African and see how we can draw from these institutions to really use it in structuring our understanding and way of life. Because if we look on, for instance now, if we look upon our family and see it a break up, and we look upon say a white family and we see the white family together and we say why our family can't be together like the white family. There's a different dynamics that is running this white family, whether economical structure, because sometimes it's economics to, you know, break up the family, you know. And if a father feels say him can't support him children them, him going to really have different ideas. So economics sometimes is a basis, and sometimes the system is not run, that is, it's not conducive to a black family.
Absolutely.
You see, sometimes it is run because of a system that is already set up. And because you are not a part of that system, you get caught not recognizing that, but wait, it's not this system can work for we. We could try something else. And somehow we're scared to try it. But I agree with you that the family is the basis of all nation, and we need to examine the family structure. Give thanks, brethren.
Give thanks.
Yes, cutting edge. Yes.
Muta,
yes.
Muta, we have my respect, my name Toka, you know.
Toka.
Long time there, still I'm in the country still, but still, he's a Rasta man. I'm a respect the way you're talking.
Yeah, man,
you
give
know,
thanks.
we defend Rasta all the way because, you know, a lot of we black people, we do that.
Yeah.
When we say Africa, they not deal with Africa. You know what I mean? And a lot of we, I go astray, but still me I show me travel all different parts of Africa, you know. We got Kenya, the first place, we got Kenya, Gambia,
yeah.
all over, and Ethiopia. 6 times we got Ethiopia. And we just spend 2 months there, and just come back in and me.
All right.
I'm try to when you talk about Ethiopia, I know about Ethiopia because my plan is to go there to live.
All right.
And I know, say, that's why I want to go, because I now go back to Jamaica. Because I tell you the truth now, 2 times I go back to Jamaica since we there. Last time I go back at 93. And it's Africa fair, and I know see.
Yeah.
You see, so I defend it all the way.
All right.
It's one thing I want to come off of the question, because I say, because a lot of people in Birmingham know me still and hear me I say, because me I say to the all that the DJ them long time. At times the whole of them start playing music. And when we have a show like your show, okay, so we can talk and teach people them about Africa.
Ministries.
A lot of the people them, you know, they don't realize that the white man I show things for Africa. The negative thing about Africa. And when we go to Kenya, we talk still there London. I go to Birmingham.
When you go to Cape Town, you still say they are Los Angeles.
We still there, maybe a lot of white people miss it way. So we want to show the black people them. We show say, right? Them a go, but they don't want we to go.
When I want to tell you a joke, you know.
Africa. They don't like me.
Some brethren.
I come here to hate my people.
Yeah, brethren. Some man booked me up the other day. Some African booked me up the other day and look at me and say, man, you dress like an African. I said, God damn it, man. You know what I mean?
Man, you know, man, because
African that look at me and say, look like an African.
Yeah, my brethren, come on, my brethren, who's that?
Yeah. We have to go do, you know, them are riding me up, you know, the engineer, they out twist up him hand, so you know them twist up. So we have to go next to a caller, here, sir. But we don't like that, you know. That way they are Jamaica, we don't cut off caller, you know, understand? The man, them feel like, say, you know, why you never say, you know, of course me, you know, you understand? You have somebody that say, hey, I true Muta no say him wrong, you know, that's why him not let me talk, you know, you understand? Yes, cutting edge.
Hello.
Ah, blessed mama. Oh gosh, man. Why you have water in the fountain, man. Trust me, man.
I just want to say I've been hooked to the radio since I've tuned in today. I'm Rebecca. I'm a script writer.
Yeah.
I've listened to your show and I can't believe how uplifted I feel.
All right.
It's so amazing, not only just because of what you're talking about, but it's the very fact that you brought so many men out on the airways. It's not often I hear so many black men on the radio talking with such positive vibes.
Yes.
Know, and you've done that. So I just want to congratulate you for that.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Because it's not often done.
Yeah, give thanks.
As I say, it's very uplifting.
Yeah, give thanks, sister.
No problem at all. Also, I want to say that I work a lot with children as well, and I really feel that more needs to be done. I know you said that, yes, they're a part of the family and you've got to deal with the adults. But I work with a lot of children, and a lot of children are used to hearing adults preaching to them and not necessarily understanding where they're coming from. You know, so I feel, I just feel more does need to be done for the children. So I was just kind of opposing you on that point there.
Well, big people have to realize that it's not what you say, you know, it's what you do.
Yeah.
And what you do is what the child live out. You see? So we have to examine our actions. You see? Sometimes we feel, well, if you scold the child and say, don't do this, don't do that. Sometimes that do have no effect, you know. But when the child can look in at the household and see a resemblance of pride and decency and, you know, them way there, it will make the child go out there and deal with something different, you know?
I agree. But I just feel like there needs to be some direct contribution to the children as a yes, I totally agree. It needs to start with the adult, but even right now, I see the children who don't black children who don't recognize themselves as being African.
Yeah,
that's a big problem.
Big problem.
I'm not African. I'm Jamaican or I'm English.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, give thanks, sister. We have to go.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, you know, it's a weird thing. Yes. Yeah, but they call them a come furious now. Come here, that is. Stop talking to one another in the background and talk to me, you know? All right, you know what to talk to me. Yes. Hello? Sir. Yes.
Yes, Bigo.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I just want to congratulate you on the show and just thank you for being here. You've been a blessing.
Yeah, man.
Spreading the word big.
Yeah,
and
man.
This is what we need. We need more of this, man. We want you down here full time here.
Boy, you see this weather, yeah? This is whether you be or whether you know.
Alright, man, big up, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks. You know, it's a serious thing, you know. We talk about family, you know. Me grew up not even knowing me don't remember a conversation with my father, you know. See? Me don't remember a conversation with my father. I grew up with my mother, and when me not there with my mother, I'm there with my grandmother. And me I tell you, say, it's two women. There was never a man. Me don't remember my granny husband. So, it's woman bring up most Jamaican youth. And we are say, within the confines of the thing now, you have all some of my brethren them who are Rasta now. He might try to save the world and care save him family. And that we are saying, no, you know, you have someone that say, boy, right now, Rasta rule the world, you know, and Rasta this. And when you look on him picnic, a ballad picnic and Yama McDonald said we. So we are say, you can't try to save the world, try to save yourself, you know. Because if you change yourself, the world must change you, because you are the world. I don't say it going on. That Michael Jackson said, we are the world, we are the children. So what we are saying now, we are saying that it starts with the individual, you know, and go to the family, and then go to the community, then go to the nation. And it's useless, a man out there, I try to talk about him want to rule the world, and him want this, and him want that. And when you look at him picnic, you have whole heap of Rasta. Most Rasta people, them children is not Rasta. Them children is ballad, same like any other people that watch a television and watch play a video game and all these things. Them can't control them picnic. So how can you be declaring such a great philosophy out there for people? You look on all of that and say, take off that and Well, you know, where you wear that fan, this and that. And your woman, she there, blah, blah, certain things. Anyway, this is the cutting edge, you know, on IRFM. Yes.
Hello.
Blessed mama.
Hi.
But the ladies, them find the phone in the last part of the program.
Muta, I've been listening to you all morning.
All
morning. Stop me from doing my work, but never mind. Well, I met you some years ago. I actually interviewed you for West Africa magazine.
Okay.
But of course you won't remember, but it was very memorable for me.
Yes.
Concerning miseducation, you just
the miseducation of the black race.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
But you just said that your mother is the one who raised you.
Yes.
Yeah. And you must remember Malcolm X say, you know, if you educate a man, you educate an individual.
If you educate the woman, you educate the nation.
You educate the nation.
Yeah.
And that's my concern right now. I just come back from Jamaica last week.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
So you book up on the
earthquake.
The election.
No, me come back
you miss
just
it.
Before that. Miss it. But you know, if when I was in Jamaica, one of the things that struck me was, and it's the same thing happening here, that our young women, you know, the way they dress, the way they think, the only thing that makes them attractive is if they can dress a certain way and be a certain way to entice the opposite sex or, you know, to vie against each other.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about the miseducation of our women.
Of course.
That really, if we're to succeed as a people, if the women are bringing up the youth, and the women are educated, and I'm not talking about university education.
Yeah, we understand, man. We understand. Basic thing.
Miseducation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's been happening. The miseducation of our women.
Yes.
And, you know, you've probably observed the same thing in Jamaica, and it worries me because I think, well, where do we go from here?
Well, as we say, we who know better have to keep doing what we're doing.
Better.
Yeah, we have to keep doing what we are doing, you know.
You know, I'm a big woman now, and you know, I just give thanks that my youth them grow up and so on.
All right, sister, I don't really want to cut you, but them inside you cut me.
Yeah, man.
So I pass on the cutting.
All right. So you know, another debate. See you tomorrow
blessed.
At the drum.
Yes.
Right.
So you know, so tomorrow we're going to be at the drum. Yes, we're going to be at the drum. Me and Martin Glenn going to sit down and read like Bridget and Bridget, and then we're going to perform our poetry for the people them. So for those of you who want to see we real, the man who I get the problem for the radio, just know say we're going there at the drum tomorrow. The time is 7 minutes to 2 o'clock, right? One more call. The man said, one more call.
Hello?
Yes. The woman them just a call now. What's that thing? The woman them just reached now, yes. Blessed.
Some sign on the radio for me, please.
Yes. Yes, mama, you have to talk quick though, because they cut me also.
What is it? Dub Port.
You have to talk me quick, you know, because they cut me out.
Dub Port song, go on. Dub Port.
Eh?
A Dub Port song. From you, more time.
No, you have to come tomorrow. You have to come tomorrow, come hear that.
I have to come tomorrow. Why tomorrow?
The drum, all right. Yes, sister? Cutting edge. Yes? We're done the call. No, they don't run father, so eh? At 2 o'clock, we are done it at 2 o'clock. We done it at Jamaica too, you know. You can't believe that. We done 2 o'clock at Jamaica, but so we say we done, you know.
Yeah, man, we just chat and just reason and everything.
Anyway, we give thanks to the moment, you know. We give thanks to the time and the energy. And we give thanks to all the caller them who really call. We have pressure with brains, you know. In the cool, yeah.
Muta.
We have
I want to thank the people in Birmingham. They've been really giving us great hospitality, especially the crew here at New Style Radio, 98.7 on the FM. But something more serious, Muta, which we have been experiencing all over England, UK, and that's black kids killing black kids.
Yeah, we just talk about the 10-year-old them have bully pa gun on. Yeah.
And they say it's a black thing. I don't see a lot of black women killing black women.
It's a black man thing then.
You know, I think we as black men have got to drop this testosterone stuff.
Yeah, macho.
And our women are getting up that mountain, and we're being left behind.
But it's happening in Jamaica too, you know.
It's happening
everywhere.
Time and a place.
Black woman arise to the
And I'm
challenge,
sort of saying, it's about time we sit down and listen to our men, to our women,
of course,
because they have found a way
to go
through,
of course,
the cesspool in our lives.
All right.
And I want, and I plead to you kids, that those pioneers who came to this country, especially Birmingham, in the 50s and the 60s, they've left a legacy which we are destroying as young black men. Every bullet is to the heart of those pioneers.
Yeah, man.
So if I've never said anything else on this radio station, youth, put down the gun, pick up the book, because you are our future. We share one thing in common. All black people. We're from one continent. We are the only race without a flag or a religion. Marcus Garvey said that. That means there's no unifying force. And now in this country, the illusion of inclusion is now down. We see the progression in other races, and we are not there. So please, listen to our sisters, listen to our mothers, because they are on the way up.
Them have the light, man.
And we are being left behind.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Birmingham, big up yourself. Thank you.
Larry, man.
More than a radio program, it's an institution on radio. The Cutting Edge on IRI FM with Mutabaruka. More than a radio program, it's an...
For those of you who hear that voice all the while, that is the man live. So you know, Mr. Young asked me to get some jiggle from you too, you know. You think a joke. I would have pay you for do it. Anyway, we say give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time. The sister who invite us here, we really appreciate the invite.
You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome
man,
anytime.
Invite, and we hope you don't get no trouble when we leave, you know.
Oh, me? Don't wash no face.
Yeah,
man. Give thanks. No trouble at all. Really, thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and link us on
this
radio,
man. We never busy. Don't tell her watch a full TV, you know. We never busy. We're never busy. We're glad to call with you, know. We want something to do.
And just to let people know, man, for those of you who want to learn more about your African history, there's a Black Studies course starting Sunday the 7th of October. You see, I'm getting tongue-tied now. I'm tired. Down there at Malika House on George Street. All right, starts 12 o'clock. 30 classes. All right.
30 classes?
Yeah, man. Serious. Have a look at all those things that you can learn. All right, there you go.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
All right, so thank you once again, Muta.
Yeah, man. And as we say, we hope you get this program down to Irish.
Yeah, man. I spoke to Irie last night, and
all right.
all throughout the week they've been calling me, so everything's sorted. Give thanks.
Irie FM, thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.